Here comes your 1 minute time check for this Auburn broadcast. Mark. "30 seconds till broadcast." Mark.
From the Auburn Sports Network and Playfly Sports, Auburn baseball is on the air. 25 NCAA tournaments, 8 regional titles, and 6 trips to the College World Series. Exclusive game day coverage begins with the leadoff show. Now, let's go out to the ballpark.
One final weekend before SEC play and another opportunity to optimize team identity and roles. And this weekend, that opportunity comes against a worthy team of Winthrop Eagles, also 10-2. Hello, everyone. War Eagle, welcome to another night of Auburn Tiger baseball. Alongside Jason Caldwell, I'm Brad Law at Plainsman Park. Quinn Burkeen is in the Skyview studios. Jake Marciano has been historic in his first 3 starts. Since at least the 1970s, no other Auburn starter has ever opened a season with 3 straight starts without issuing a walk. The lefty has struck out 29 through 16-plus innings to boot. He's out there again tonight against a lineup that'll be aggressive and crafty. We'll talk about it with the head coach on the Butch Thompson pregame report. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
There's team pride, and then there's extra Tiger pride. When I'm carrying the Auburn University Regents Visa debit card or prepaid Regents Now card, that's exactly what I get. Whether I'm grabbing some extra Auburn gear or picking up an extra dozen wings for the game, this card always brings it. Sometimes I get an extra War Eagle from the cashier too. Visit Regions.com/Go Tigers to get yours.
Extra changes everything. And at Regions, Extra is our ordinary. Official bank of the SEC, member FDIC.
Here's a clip from a recent Talking Tigers podcast with Andy Burcham.
Auburn baseball coach Butch Thompson.
We've always been able to conquer or have a chance in our 10 years to win outside of that first year. But I think we got a chance to win the whole thing now because of all the things we're talking about. The buildup is greater. And I think last year's team's legacy will have a chance to manifest in 26, 27, 28. The support our people gave us, it gets the chance to manifest. The new Plainsman Park and everything that's happened, it gets a chance to show out here over the next few years. So this is awesome reflection, but I've never seen the job more urgent or more exciting or more pivotal in the history of our program than it sits right now.
New episodes of the Talking Tigers podcast are released Mondays wherever you listen to podcasts. Subscribe to the Talking Tigers podcast exclusively from the Auburn Sports Network.
In the SEC, it just means more. But what is it exactly? It's the fans, the students, the traditions, the legends. It's passion to celebrate deeper, reach farther, think smarter, make an impact off the field. It's that intangible thing that happens when 16 schools raise the bar as one. Because in the SEC, it just means more.
Game day coverage of Auburn baseball continues now with the Butch Thompson pregame report.
All right, here we go. Ready to open up another series, a Friday night energy tonight here at Plainsman Park as you get set to open another series.
Big energy. It's exciting. We need to be ready to play. Very similar to Nebraska last week. An offense that absolutely have scored runs. They'll move around in the box. Nebraska did that with a veteran group of hitters last week. I expect the same. 45 hit by pitches, which is a lot to try to produce offense. So these guys will do a lot of gamesmanship, cat and mouse, first, third, a little safety squeezes, some bunts, keep us on our toes. That's great for our guys to continue to have to keep growing. So this isn't somebody that's going to stand there and try to swing the bats. These guys are going to be intentional about playing offense and doing by any means necessary to get on the base pass and try to produce runs. Winners of 8 straight, including a big midweek versus Michigan State. So our players are aware of that, but every opponent, whether we're playing the 27 Yankees today or Winthrop or anybody in between, we just got to get ready to play our brand of baseball. We still have so much to figure out. It feels like we're a little bit late in that, but I still think it's positive. We got a lot of guys that we want to continue to see. We got to keep looking at different things. I know tonight, for example, I guess Brandon McCrane, we're going to put him at shortstop. That means hitting almost 500 and just had probably our best at bats over this 12-game span and got real opportunity with Rembert being out with the ankle. Slide Rembert back up to the 2-hole tonight now that he's got a couple of games of at bats, and hopefully he's ready to really fill that role and stay there, hopefully. But McCrane, we got to find out a piece for him. Is Guevara more comfortable at third base? And he's still a shortstop option for sure. But this is our last weekend to bring great energy, play great baseball, but keep learning ourselves because next week's SEC play. So the charge I have for Coach Gross and Coach Nunemaker and Coach Tiefert is to help us answer as many of these lingering questions about our team because we're going to play a good one. My last piece is going to be the freebie war with these starting pitchers. George gave me something with the starting pitchers for Winthrop and our 3 starting pitchers. Buddy, that's about 100 innings that they've thrown and ton of strikeouts, about 90 strikeouts and about 13 walks. But I do think the freebie war, I think that's how Winthrop's offense gets going. I think that helped us win the series last weekend by being able to evaluate the strike zone before we finally started doing some damage. I think the freebie war, who is going to absolutely continue to shove it in his own, something's got to give because you got 2 groups of starting pitchers that have thrown great. You got guys that are fighting to get on base. And like I said, you have a team that's 10-2 that's hot as a firecracker rolling into Plainsman Park.
The last 2 games, you've really been able to get after a starting pitcher. Really, the last 3 games, you've been able to get after a starting pitcher early in the game. What has been the key to the offense locking in and putting pressure as effectively as they have these last 3 times out? What's the key to doing it again tonight?
Yeah, a couple of those have been just being ready to go. We started calling out vulnerable moments, and I think they've been trying to, have a fast start or get after the starter the whole time. But we're not as tentative. We're absolutely, even if it's a 2-0 swing and we fall down, at least if we take that swing, a threatening swing, I think that plants seeds. And just talk about by the time we get to our 7 or 8 hole hitter, that guy needs to have a few scratches on him. We need to have some good at bats. It just can't be easy at bats. And when we get advantage counts, we can't be late to contact. I'd rather us be ahead. We got to make sure that as we're softening that guy up as we go through the lineup. So I just think guys have settled and played better offense. We got some guys that are starting to swing the bat a little bit and do some big things. Guevara comes to mind with a couple of home runs here recently. Mason McCrane's absolutely made a mark for himself. Chase Fralick's just continued to have good at bats, getting Rembert back for sure. Brandon McCrane's been a catalyst for us. And the one I probably should have mentioned first is Bristol Carter at the very top. And I think his ability on base, was hot in Arlington. I don't have any plans of taking him out of that leadoff spot. And when he can get on base and divide the mindset of a starting pitcher, I think that's huge to this first inning. Can we get that leadoff man on? Can Bristol Carter get on? Because I do think that gives us, Rembert right behind him, and here comes Fralick and Guevara. I think that gives them better pitches to hit if Bristol Carter's on those bags.
No doubt about it. Can't wait to watch him tonight, Coach. All the best. War Eagle.
War Eagle.
Sherry, what have you done to your hair?
What do you mean? Does it not look good?
It doesn't look good. It looks freaking amazing. I can't believe how thick and healthy it looks. Oh, I must know your secret.
No secret. It's hair volume from New Nordic.
Hair volume, huh? Well, it certainly lives up to its name. Your hair has never looked so thick. It is gorgeous.
Available as a tablet or delicious gummy, Hair Volume is available online at Amazon and NewNordicUSA.com, or find Hair Volume in the hair care aisle at your local CVS.
Children's of Alabama reminds you that every child's head injury should be treated like a serious injury until a doctor says it's not. The CDC estimates some 4 million sports and recreation-related concussions occur each year. Even a minor fall or collision may be a concern. Symptoms typically include headaches, unsteadiness, confusion, or sleepiness. To find out what to do in case of a suspected concussion, visit childrensal.org/concussion and always dial 911 in case of an emergency.
He's got the speed. He's got room. He's going to score.
No one gets you closer to the game than Sirius XM College Sports Radio.
For the win. Got it. Let's go.
Tune in for news, talk, and analysis from the offseason through regular season and into the postseason. We've got your team covered anywhere you go.
Deep to center field. Oh, it's gone.
Get a free trial at SiriusXM.com/College Sports Radio 2025.
Alabama Power is here for you when big storms hit, but we're also here for the little things. We're there to get the coffee started, to make sure everyone's ready for school, for midday dance breaks and evening entertainment. We're also there to help you save on all that energy with easy-to-use tips, tools, and efficiency programs. So enjoy these moments.
Kids, movie night.
And we'll do the rest. Visit alabamapower.com and follow us on social to learn more.
The starting lineups are presented by Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
We will start with the Winthrop Eagles. Mike McGuire's team, 10 wins, 2 losses. Gabe Natividad at the top of the lineup. He's the second baseman. The right fielder is Josh Skoronski. He will hit second. Alan Benhart plays first and bats third. The cleanup hitter is the catcher, Cade Norton. Jaden Hernandez in left field hits fifth. Hitting sixth, the designated hitter, Corey Wouters. Ethan Wilson plays center field and bats seventh. The shortstop, Chaz Grossington, hits eighth. And Noah Cox plays third base and bats ninth. Again, for the Eagles, Natividad, Skoronski, Benhart, Norton, Hernandez, Wouters, Wilson, Grossington, and Cox. Now for the Auburn Tigers, also 10-2 under the helm of Butch Thompson. Bristol Carter, the center fielder, leads off. And then Chris Rembert back in a familiar 2-hole for the Tigers tonight. He's at second base. Chase Freilich catches and hits third. Eric Guevara is back at third base tonight. He will hit cleanup. Batting fifth and playing left field, it's Bub Terrell. Brandon McCrane gets the call at short. He will hit sixth. Batting seventh, the designated hitter, it's Lucas Steele. Ethan Bingaman plays first base. He will bat eighth. Batting ninth and starting in right field, it's Mason McCrane. Again for the Tigers, Carter, Rembert, Freilich, Guevara, Terrell, McCrane, Steele, Bingaman, and McCrane. When we come back, Jake Marciano takes the mound. We will get things rolling. Tigers and Eagles from Plainsman Park. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Where were you when this happened?
Auburn half minute away from an SEC championship. 7 on the shot clock. Glenville Green with 5. Jabari inside to the basket. Dunks it. That gets fouled. A resounding dunk for an SEC championship for Jabari Smith.
Don't miss the next heart-pounding moment on the Auburn Sports Network.
In 1977, Ford F-Series became the best-selling trucks in America. 33 million trucks later, we've kept that title every year since. And that's a formula we plan on repeating. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough. The best-selling trucks in America for 49 years and counting. Based on 1977 to 2025 calendar year industry reported total sales.
Looking for legendary wings, mouth-watering burgers, and unbeatable pizza for your next big event? Baumhauer's Catering is here to satisfy your cravings. From tailgates, birthdays, to office lunches and weddings, boost your event with delicious flavors of Baumhauer's Catering. We offer pickup or delivery, or choose our full-service catering that includes setup and staff. Don't have space for your big event? We can even host you in our dedicated party space. Baumhauer's Victory Grill Catering. Legendary flavors, zero hassle. War Eagle.
Are you ready for your winning moment? Find it at Wind Creek Casino, where the action never stops. Hottest games, loosest spins, more ways to win. We've got the highest payouts and the most epic rewards. At Wind Creek, there's a win waiting for you around every corner. Wind Creek Casino. Find your winning moment. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
As we come back, the Tigers take the field in the all-blue jerseys. Blue jerseys, blue pants, blue hats, white letters, orange numerals on front, white letters and numerals on the back. Winthrop will be in the road gray jerseys with maroon numerals and letters, maroon socks, and trimmed in gold with maroon batting helmets. So a traditional gray road jersey against the Friday night staple blue on blue for the Tigers. Jake Marciano is out to go through his warm-up tosses. We'll set the defense behind him after we pause 10 seconds. It's straight up 6 o'clock Central Time. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. Defensively, Bub Terrell is in left, Bristol Carter in center, Mason McCrane in right field. Along the infield at third base, Eric Guevara back there at his natural spot. Shortstop is Brandon McCrane, Chris Rembert at second base, and Ethan Bingaman is at first. Chase Freilich in his familiar spot behind the plate. And the pitcher for Auburn is Jake Marciano, sophomore left-hander. Marciano out of Bayville, New Jersey originally, spent his first year at Virginia Tech, and now doing great things as a 6'3", 180-pound sophomore for the Tigers. He is 1-0 this year in 3 starts, 16 innings pitched, 9 hits, 3 runs, no walks, and 29 strikeouts. Opposition is hitting 164 against Jake Marciano. He has been just terrific. Everything you'd want out of your Friday night starter, and Jason Caldwell, maybe even a little bit more just with his steadiness.
Yeah, been so solid so far, throwing strikes, getting ahead. He's able to pitch to both sides of the plate, and that's going to be something to watch tonight because a ton of right-handers in the lineup for Winthrop. You look and I think he's at 7 out of the 9 are going to be right-handers for him tonight. That presents a challenge, so see if there's change-ups, a few things a little bit different, maybe a pitching style tonight for Marciano, but it's going to be get ahead, stay ahead, and try to keep especially these first couple of guys off base, but everybody off base because they will run and run a lot. That's what they want to do.
As a team, they are hitting .275, and they've walked 68 times through their first 12 games of the year.
And you got 1, 2, 3, 4 guys with at least 4 stolen bases, 3 with 5. So they've got several guys that will run.
And Butch Thompson said in our pregame visit, if you're just tuning in, they will do all kind of things to try to get on base. They'll bunt, they'll slap, they don't mind kind of getting right on top of the plate. First pitch from Jake Marciano misses just a little bit inside, 1-0. Augustus Griffin calling the balls and strikes. Hank Himonen is the first base umpire. Jason Bradley at second. Chandler Durham at third. Seeing a couple of these guys for the first time this year. 1-0 pitch. Hit him. Came in and hit the right-handed hitting Natividad. So right away, a leadoff hitter on base. And really impressive. Auburn was able to keep Nebraska off the scoreboard as much as it did because it felt like they had the leadoff man on base every other inning last weekend.
Yes, and look, that's what this team wants to do. They're going to crowd the plate. And I think, Jake, you're thought you had a strike on the first pitch and then come back a little bit too much inside, trying to be too fine on the inside corner and up and in. And look, they're not going to back away from the plate.
Nope. First pitch to Skoronski was a strike, batting .297 on the year. He's homered a couple of times. He's driven in 8. Marciano throws over to first.
Be careful on that one. That one was pretty close to stepping towards the plate.
His move is that. He comes very close to committing to the plate, and we've seen it multiple times. He does have a pickoff this season. The pitch to Skoronski is a fastball for a strike, and Marciano out in front, 0-2. The first pitch weather forecast presented by Jackson Services. When your comfort quits, Jackson Services shows up. Heating, air, and plumbing done right the first time. Family owned since 1973. Call Jackson Services today and feel the difference. 0-2 pitch, off speed, just a little bit inside.
Maybe
It's
just a hair down and inside. Good. That's a good 0-2 pitch.
Tight strike zone here early.
Yeah, it is.
On a 1-2 pitch, the infield moves into a shift. Guevara goes to short. McCrane to second, Rembert to short right field. Wide stance, throw to first. Skoronski takes up the entire length of the batting box.
Long legs and spreads out all but about 6 inches of the whole entire box.
76 degrees at first pitch. It'll go into the upper 60s by the time we're done tonight. 1-2. Skoronski.
Man.
Just missed again. Goodness. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, that could change this game if it's that tight all night.
Sure will.
There'll be more than 4 walks combined for these 2 pitchers if that's the case.
Or a lot of extra base hits. Because this is the mental game now. You can't give in and just groove one. Pitch hit him.
Hit him again.
On a 2-2. So back-to-back batters. Marciano had hit 1 in 16 innings coming in. But you heard, Butch Thompson again pointed out in our pregame interview, Winthrop's been hit 40-plus times. They get a hit on an average of 4 times a game. So first and second, nobody out. Augustus Griffin's going to have to loosen up the strike zone a little bit. Maybe in the second inning. Keep it consistent for the first. Marciano spins and throws back towards second. Natividad at second base has 5 steals. Skoronski at first has 5 steals. The batter is Alan Benhart. He's hitting .279 on the season. He's driven in 13 runs. That's second most on the team. First pitch to him, inside corner, strike 1. Those of you watching on SEC Network Plus, what you're hearing is the Auburn Sports Network broadcast, what you would hear on a radio station or the team app. So that's why it sounds a little different from a normal TV broadcast. 0-1 pitch. Line back up the middle, gloved there by McCrane. He'll go to second for 1, on to first, low, but dug out of there by Bingaman for a double play. That's a 6-3 double play, McCrane to Bingaman. Skoronski and Benhart erased. Natividad down to third.
Really good play there by Brandon McCrane at shortstop. Auburn makes the switch and puts Guevara back at third. McCrane at short. They're playing the shift, and he's way behind the bag. Didn't rush it. Makes a good play there. And huge double play there.
The shift is what was the key. Otherwise, it's a bouncing ball up the middle and a run's in. Here is Cade Norton, the catcher. He's batting .226, a homer, 9 driven in. Pitch. Off speed, missed the inside corner. 1 ball, no strikes. Winthrop won the first 2 with Georgetown to open the season, then lost to the Hoyas in the finale. Eagles then lost at NC State in their first midweek. 1-0 is hit high and deep to left. It is curving. Foul. It is foul.
Norton got every bit of that one.
He sure did. Turned on that 1-1 pitch right down the middle.
Norton has 1 home run this year, hitting just .226.
Yep. After the loss to NC State, they've won 8 in a row. Teams come in with those identical 10-2 records. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Here is the delivery. Little bit high, 2-1.
Yeah, and it's obvious. I mean, he's not nearly as sharp. He's hit a couple of guys already. Not as sharp as we've seen him start games so far.
I will say the strike zone has been so tight.
I think it makes you press a little bit.
2-1. There's a strike, 2-2. And the second one to Skoronski came about 3 pitches after he thought he had strike 3 on the corner.
Yes.
All right. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at third. Top of the first inning, just underway. Crowd behind the pitcher. Here is the off-speed delivery outside. Marciano runs the count full to Norton. Jalen Hernandez would be next. There are 2 outs in the inning. Auburn softball underway at Jane B. Moore Field. Kentucky batting in the top of the first. They've got a couple on. with nobody out. And now the payoff pitch. Fastball. Oh, my.
A hair high, and it is a very small strike zone at the moment.
That is the first walk of the season issued by Marciano, and there are not many people here who thought he threw 4 balls outside the strike zone in that at bat. But that's how it goes down in the record books. 16 2/3 innings before the first walk from Jake Marciano.
Yeah, can you escape an inning where you give up 3 free bases?
Yep. Here's Jalen Hernandez. Might as well be standing on the plate. First pitch. Fouled back.
Yeah, and now you get the best hitter in this lineup.
Yeah, 366, 4 home runs, 16 RBIs. Home run leader, RBI leader.
Double leader.
Yep. Big, strong left-handed batter. Wide stance.
And standing over
the plate.
Standing over the chalk, for sure, over the paint. His right foot is almost into the dirt across the line.
Yeah, they try to come out and
he's
establish the plate.
He's already moved it up even more. He's across the line.
0-1 from Marciano. Called strike. It's 0-2. That's the same spot ball 4 was to Norton.
And here, Chase Freilich, block it up. This is, your breaking ball down and away. Stay away from the front shoulder because they're not going to move. Down and away, block it up if you're Freilich behind the plate.
0-2. Down and away. Runner goes from first. Does not draw the throw. So Norton gets his 6th stolen base of the year. He does it without a throw. Count goes to a ball and 2 strikes on Hernandez. Lefty, Marciano lifts, plants, fires, swung on and missed. Got him with an off-speed pitch. Hernandez was early. And that's out number 3. Marciano gets a double play ball and a strikeout to work around 2 hit batters and a walk. See if the strike zone is just as tight in the bottom of the first inning. That's when we come back to Plainsman Park. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Enjoy baseball and softball season on the Plains with live sports radio. Presented by Alpha Insurance. Auburn Sports Network broadcasts are available with no delay at both Plainsman Park and Jane B. Moore Field. Every grand slam, stolen base, and strikeout. Yours with no delay. Look for the live sports radio kiosk around the ballpark. Live sports radio lets you take the broadcast with you at every football game. Plus, home men's and women's basketball games, baseball, and softball. Live sports radio. Presented by Alpha Insurance.
Alabama Power is here for you when big storms hit, but we're also here for the little things. We're there to get the coffee started, to make sure everyone's ready for school, for midday dance breaks and evening entertainment. We're also there to help you save on all that energy with easy-to-use tips, tools, and efficiency programs. So enjoy these moments.
Kids, movie night.
And we'll do the rest. Visit alabamapower.com and follow us on social to learn more.
All right, we go to the bottom of the first inning. Carter, Rembert, and Freilich do up against Braden Gilly. Gilly 3-0 with a 2.20 earned run average. Good right-hander. 16 1/3 innings, 13 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned, 4 walks, and 17 strikeouts. Gilly is out of Deer Park, Texas. A junior, 6'4", 205. Last time out against Maine, his wins have come against Georgetown, Morehead State, and Maine. Last time out, 5 1/3, 4 runs on 6 hits. He had given up 0 earned runs on 7 hits in the previous 12 innings. So last time out, really the one shaky outing of the 3 this year for Braden Gilly. Defensively, Jalen Hernandez is in left, Ethan Wilson in center, Josh Skoronski in right. Along the infield, Noah Cox is at third, Chaz Grossington is at short. Gabe Natividad is at second, and Alan Benhart at first. Cade Norton is his catcher. So against the right-hander, it'll be Carter, Rembert, and Freilich to get it started. Couple of righties and a lefty.
Yeah.
And
Brad, if you're Auburn, it's the same plan.
Yep.
You're going to see a bunch of strikes. He doesn't walk a lot of guys either. They don't walk a ton of guys.
Yeah.
So you know that he's going to be around the strike zone.
See how patient the Tigers are. We'll see how the strike zone is in the bottom of the first inning. There's a breaking ball that's over, a straight old hammer curve for strike one. Bristol Carter batting .421, a homer and 9 RBIs. 0-1 pitch. Another breaking ball. This one is low. Started just as high, but had more vertical break.
Yeah, right side really deep. Wouldn't be shocked to see Bristol push one past the pitcher early on.
1-1, up and in. 88 on a fastball, and the delivery from Gilly, 6'4", and he is straight over the top.
And the fastball was missing up
Yeah.
in his tosses before this first inning. That one missed up as well. See if he goes back to the breaking ball to try to find a strike.
2-1. Yep, breaking ball, and he did. He found another strike.
Yeah, I think that's his comfort pitch right now. Wouldn't be surprised to see it again here on 2-2 with the fastball missing up early on. That might try to find a zone with the breaking ball early.
Third baseman even with the bag. Rest of the infield deep. 2-2 pitch. Fastball up and in. That'll ring the ears a little bit.
It'll wake you up. And here, I just think if you're Bristol here, the breaking ball has been his strike pitch. Even on 3-2, wouldn't be shocked to see him come back to it.
Payoff pitch to Carter. Breaking ball stayed high. Lead off base runner. Bristol Carter walks for the 9th time this year. Came in with an on-base percentage of .531. Let's see if he's going to do any running. Let's see if they throw over. This is where Carter goes to Disney World here. He's happy on the base paths.
Yeah, big righty, big leg kick, not real fast to the plate. Wouldn't be shocked to see him running early.
And especially a breaking ball dominant pitcher.
Yeah, Chris, remember that the plate who handles the bat well, you can do some things.
See if they throw over here, try to establish first base. No, the pitch is home. Rembert swings and hits one in the air. Right field, It is down. A bloop into right field. It is down for a base hit. Carter to second. Rembert got a breaking ball in on the hands. He held back just enough on the swing and then looped it into short right field. It dropped before Skoronski could get there. So a walk followed by a single there at first and second with nobody out.
Yeah, I thought when he hit that one off, I thought it was going to carry a little more, and the right fielder was not even close. And so he's playing really deep. Didn't get a good jump on that one either. And so now first and second, you're in really good position here with Chase Freilich at the plate.
Shift is on against him. Left side of the infield, pretty open. Here's the pitch. First pitch, inside corner for a strike.
Change-up, I think, there at 80 miles an hour. So we've seen 3 different pitches already.
And he's thrown the change-up and the curveball for strikes. Hasn't thrown the fastball for a strike yet. Gilly comes set. Doesn't check second, instead fires home and misses inside with a fastball. Fastball in the upper 80s, that one at 87.
Yep, still have not seen that pitch across the plate. So if you're Chase, you can look for something away, and he'll wait on it, take it the other way, and he's got a lot of room on the left side.
Freilich's batting .413 for the year. 3 home runs. He's driven in 12. Pitch. Breaking ball hammered. Right field and deep. All the way back to the wall. It is gone. Chase Freilich, a 3-run blast in the bottom of the first inning. And the Tigers are on top 3-0. Freilich's 4th home run. RBIs 13, 14, and 15.
Brad, we talked about knowing what's coming.
Yep.
That's a smart player, knowing that, hey, look, he's struggling finding the zone with a fastball. I'm going to get something off speed, and he did not miss it at all. That was hammered.
A laser over the wall in right, over to the K corner. Now here's Eric Guevara. Pitch. Fastball, called strike on the outside corner. First fastball for a strike Gilly has thrown. Tigers lead 3-0 in the first. The 0-1. Breaking ball, couldn't stop his swing. 0-2. If Eric has been susceptible to anything this year, it's been that slider. It's been the curveball off the plate.
Yeah, and you just got to protect here. If you get fastball in, just try to foul it off, but you got to protect and stay away from those pitches. Don't help him out.
0-2, bouncing ball, foul, past third.
Well, scoreboard says 1-2, but I think it's
0-2.
Well, umpire, yes, it is 0-2. That's correct.
Outfield straight away. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Fastball way outside.
Now they can leave it at 1-2. But you get lead off on, creates pressure right away, and that's the name of the game.
The 1-2. Fastball lifted foul, and he did what you talked about there, Jason. He was looking off speed, but he was still able to speed the bat up enough to foul it away. So still a ball, 2 strikes.
And it's 88-89. You're not going to get beat at 95, and so you can afford to do that right now if you're Auburn.
Guevara batting .306 for the year, the pitch. Breaking ball, and he laid off that time. It bounced up there to Norton. 2-2 the count. Guevara has 2 home runs. He's driven in 11. He's batting with the bases empty here and nobody out in the bottom of the first. Tigers already have struck for 3. 2-2, fouled back. Fastball, one that Guevara would like to have back, I think, because
it was not a 2-strike swing, however.
No.
He didn't get cheated on that one.
No, he did not. And Gilly got away with a fastball over the plate.
Interesting, they're playing him straight up, and he's a guy that will use right field. There's a lot of line, even though they're maybe shifted a little bit.
2-2, swing and a miss at the curve. Straight curve, Guevara down on strikes. That's the first out in the inning. And here comes Bub Terrell. Terrell, 2 home runs, 10 RBIs on the year. He's batting .340. A Chase Fralick 3-run home run here in the first inning has given Auburn a 3-0 lead. The pitch, low and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Fastball continues to be tough to get strikes. The 1-0 to the left-handed hitting left fielder, off speed, fouled up the net.
Yeah, I think
Tigers
Auburn
are sitting on the off speed.
Absolutely, right now you can make him come off of that, and if you get fastball and it's down the middle, then you can protect. You still got time, but I think right now you can expect something in the low 80s. Right now is where that's his wheelhouse right now.
1-1, breaking ball, missed low. 2 balls and a strike. This is now the 4th game in a row that Auburn offensively has been able to jump on the opposing team starter.
Yeah, you get a crooked number this inning, which is, you had those 1s the last game, getting 3 right now.
Pitch. There's a drive toward right. It is down. It is stopped by Skoronski, and he's going to hold Terrell to a long single. That ball was belted. It was hit so hard and low that Skoronski was able to get over there and get to it and get it back to the infield, but Terrell connected with a base hit. He's at first.
Yeah, ball was crushed once again, and you're seeing especially the 2 lefties have really good at-bats, really good approaches here, and look, keep the pressure on. And listen, Bub can run.
Yep. And
maybe you want to do a little running here. Brandon McCrane's been really good at the plate, uses the right side of the field very well. You got a lot of options here.
McCrane's average right at 500. First pitch, breaking ball, outside, 1-0.
If the right-handers can stay off of that pitch, I think it's almost a look. If you don't feel like it's coming towards your front shoulder, it's not going to be a strike. And so that's if it's across the plate and you think it's a breaking ball, it's going to be outside the zone.
The 1-0. Fastball low, 2 balls, no strikes. Tomorrow there will be a doubleheader. It'll be interesting to look at pitching strategy. You can't have a guy come back Friday, Sunday now this week because they're playing 2 tomorrow. So it's always important to try to get into the bullpen. Well, tonight could be even more important.
Yes.
Knowing you got 2 tomorrow, nothing Sunday. 2-0 pitch. Fastball missed outside, 3-0. McCrane has also walked 9 times. That's the most of anybody in the lineup. He's now tied with Bristol Carter. Ridiculous on-base percentage, 600.
Yes.
And now here's the 3-0 to McCrane. Fastball. It's called a strike.
He gave it to them. Yeah,
Sure did.
That was not a strike and hasn't been a strike, but on 3-0 it was a strike. Now, look, you got a ton of room on the right side if you're Brandon McCrane here. Single, first and third, keeps the pressure on here.
Pitch number 27 from the Winthrop starter. Fastball swung and missed. That was a fastball, but he took something off a little bit there.
Maybe a little bit of a cutter. Action is 86, so a couple of miles an hour down.
Now the count goes full, 3-2. 1 out in the inning, runner at first, 3 in. Fralick's 3-run home run.
See if they run Bub here. 3-2, a guy that's been pretty good about making contact. See if he can stay out of a potential double play.
Payoff pitch. Terrell is running. The pitch is lifted right side, foul and out of play. The home run by Freilich, 359.5 feet.
The key is, what was exit velocity?
103.
There you go.
Yep.
It was hit on such a line drive. Never had a chance to get up. That's the last two he's hit have felt like they're both about 20 feet off the ground.
And another full count pitch to Brandon McCrane. 6-man to bat in the inning. 1 out. Instead, a throw to first. They tried to catch Terrell cheating a little bit towards second base, and DeMarion would have none of it. Doubleheader tomorrow starting at 1. Game 2 will be 45 minutes after Game 1. Pitch, runner goes, hit in the air, right field. Terrell will have to come back. Skoronski under it, makes the catch. So McCrane gets under it. His average dips below 500. What a slump. And now here is Lucas Steele. By the way, you can listen to the doubleheader locally on ESPN 106.7 as well as on the Auburn Tigers app. (3-0) Auburn, bottom of the first. Runner goes. Pitch is a strike. The throw to second is late. That's a stolen base for Bub Terrell, his first of the season. Got a good jump.
A really good jump there for Bub, and that's the key there. Scoring position for Lucas Steele, and the guy that, man, he just needs to see one fall. He's like the shooter that's in a slump. Just need to get one to fall somewhere right now if you're Lucas Steele.
They play him in a shift, open stance. He'll hit lefty against the righty in the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a fly ball to center. He hit it well. He chases Wilson back, and he squares up and makes a catch out in center field. But the Tigers get on the board in a big way. A 3-run home run by Chase Freilich. 3 runs, 3 hits, no errors, 1 left. A good start for Auburn. Marciano's got a 3-0 lead as he goes back to the hill for the second inning when Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
In 1977, Ford F-Series became the best-selling trucks in America. 33 million trucks later, we've kept that title every year since. And that's a formula we plan on repeating. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough. The best-selling trucks in America for 49 years and counting. Based on 1977 to 2025 calendar year industry reported total sales.
You've created a comfortable home office. Now let Carrier provide the cash bonus. For a limited time, you can claim up to $1,550 in cool cash rebates on a qualified Carrier home comfort system. There's never been a better time to upgrade to year-round premium comfort and energy savings. Carrier, turn to the experts.
A 3-run home run by Chase Freilich, and Auburn takes a 3-0 lead into the second inning. Waters, Wilson, and Grossington, the first 3 for Winthrop in the second against Jake Marciano. Marciano needed 19 pitches in that first inning and 10 for balls. A very, very tight strike zone in the first inning. We'll see if that stays the case here in the second. Second inning is presented by Auburn Bank, champions of you. Tomorrow's games airing on ESPN 106.7 in the Auburn-Opelika area. Of course, we have a lot more affiliates tonight. It's Wings 94.3 in Auburn tonight. Ball is fouled off of Waters, and away it goes. 0-1 the count to the Winthrop designated hitter, but great radio stations throughout the state of Alabama. We appreciate those of you listening on 100.5, Jocks 2 out of Birmingham. Foley and Abbeville and Andalusia. 0-1 pitch. There's a strike. And it's 0-2 to Waters. 391 his average. No homers, 4 RBIs.
Be good to have a quick inning here for Jake Marciano and get back to the plate.
Coleman, Florence, Scottsboro. 0-2 pitch. off speed. He started to offer. Will they check? Time called by Augustus Griffin. What did you think happened there?
I thought he dismissed, but Freilich said he foul tipped it, and it went off his glove. So I thought I couldn't tell for a second if it just went off of Freilich's glove and it was just a strike, period.
Gotcha.
It was close no matter what. It was a good pitch.
0-2. Here's the pitch. Waters swings and flies one to right center. Long run. Bingaman still going. He won't get there. It'll get to the wall. Carter has a little trouble digging it out of there. It's 2 bases for Waters. He slides in safely with a double to lead off the second inning. I thought that ball was going to hang up and Bingaman could get there, but Waters instead legs out his second double of the year.
Yeah, double on an 0-2 pitch. Just caught too much of the plate there with the fastball.
Again, one pitch after he thought he had the pitch to strike him out.
Yep.
Update on the Yellowwood scoreboard. Boy,
a little work to do.
Hang on tight. Bottom of the first, Auburn softball. Kentucky leads 5-2.
We said it might take 10.
Yeah.
It may.
Pitch. Off speed, misses high. 1-0 to Ethan Wilson, the center fielder, batting .207, a homer, 7 RBIs. Yeah, Kentucky got 5 in the top of the first inning, and Auburn has already answered with 2 in the bottom. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a hard line drive, caught by the shortstop, McCrane. A diving liner to short, caught there, snagged by McCrane, and Waters close enough to the bag at second to get back safely.
Yeah, you can tell even in just this inning.
Yeah.
0-2 pitch, too much of the plate, couple of good swings, and Jake just hasn't found his zone quite yet. He's not missing by a lot, but he's missing just enough that they're able to get some good swings so far.
Here's Chaz Grossington. First pitch misses up. One ball, no strike.
Like that, I think for him too, it's the same situation. He's been able to throw his fastball for strikes, just haven't been able to throw the off speed, and it's the opposite. And we saw in the bottom of the first.
Chaz with 2 Z's, Grossington. 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. He was early on a 90-mile-an-hour fastball up. A ball and a strike to the Winthrop shortstop. 243 his average, a home run, and 2 RBIs. Runner at second, 1 down, the 1-1 pitch. Misses up and away, another off-speed delivery. It's 2-1.
He just has not been able to locate that pitch for a strike. And if you're Winthrop now, you're sitting on a fastball, and all of a sudden, you go 89, 90-mile-an-hour fastball. Again, that's a very hittable pitch.
2-1, 1 out, 1 on. Tigers lead 3-0, top of the second. 2-1 pitch, swing, and a foul tip. That got a piece of Freilich. And he is up and limping and now bent over at the waist.
I think that was a change that he threw for a strike, and that was a good pitch there. And
it got his hand?
I think it got his forearm maybe a little bit.
Yeah, home plate umpire dusts off the gleaming white home plate.
Yeah, he's flexing his hand.
Yeah.
So maybe just above it. He just wants to grip a baseball.
And he's good to go. And the home plate umpire waves off anybody from the Auburn dugout. And now it's 2-2. Freilich back down into the crouch. Waters leads away from second. Leadoff double. 1 out
back
of
to
the
the change right here.
2-2.
Breaking
Low
ball
and in.
Yeah, breaking ball down and in. And so, we haven't seen him hard to get to a 3-ball count this year.
Yeah.
And he's hit 2 guys, walked 1, and now another full count.
Infield plays the right-handed hitter to pull. It's not a shift. They just play him to pull. Guevara about 6-7 feet off the line at third. Straight away in the outfield. Maybe a step or so to pull. And the payoff pitch to Grossington. Swing and a miss. Got him with a fastball. Jason, I thought that at bat showed you Marciano's full range. He worked low, he worked high, he worked off speed, fastball.
And that's top of the zone tonight. That may be ball 4.
Right.
But it was close enough that he's like, I got to swing at that pitch. And big strikeout here and see if you could, again, escape another inning.
2 strikeouts for Marciano. The K counter presented by Kia of Auburn, where you're always number 1. Pitch off speed in there for a strike. Started him with the change.
Yeah, and gets a strike there. And so if you can he can throw the breaking ball, then it opens everything up for him.
Noah Cox is 3 for 19. This is his 5th start of the year. The 0-1. Fastball fouled back. So you go off speed fastball.
There you go. And then that 90-mile-an-hour looks like 95 the next pitch.
And now 0-2. You could come after him with the change. You could try the slider.
Yeah,
or see if he could chase a fastball up.
Just don't catch too much of the plate here.
Yeah.
We've seen an 0-2, a couple of 2-strike hits already.
Pitch home. Miss low and in.
Better.
A ball and 2 strikes. Wouldn't be surprised if he comes back up with a fastball here.
Yeah, same pitch as we just saw.
Yep. 3-0 Auburn. 1 on, 2 outs. Top of the 2nd. Marciano comes set. He delivers. Swing and a foul back.
Change again, I believe.
And well located. That's a pretty good pitch.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great job there just to get a piece of one and stay alive at the plate.
Cox with 3 hits. He's walked twice. He has scored 5 runs.
Hit him
in 9 total game played.
Another
and he
hit
gets
batter
hit
with 2 strikes.
Yeah, 3rd hit batter of the game. 3rd hit batter the first time through the order.
And again, look, you can see he does not have his location. I mean, and that's part of it. He's finding or trying to find it right now.
How much of that's also? I mean, this team gets hit 4 times a game. They're on top of the plate.
Yeah, but 2 strikes there. You're trying to come in, but you just miss the spot. And for him, he's missing the spot by 8-10 inches, and that's what you might have a little bit more room for most teams, but you're not going to have that room tonight.
Yep. And so Cox jogs up the first baseline. He gives his protector there to Mike Bello, coaching first base for Winthrop. Yeah, Mikey Bello, who spent a couple of years here in the Auburn program.
Saw his dad here, too, to come see some folks tonight. So awesome folks.
Back to the top of the order. And Natividad takes a strike, 0-1.
And you don't want to stay away from the inside corner.
Yeah.
But right now, you're almost a little gun shy, and that's part of it, too. You don't want to start to aim pitches.
It's part of their success if they can take away one half of the plate. Here's the 0-1. Little tapper left side. Marciano off the mound to field it. Slips, throws, runner out.
Wow.
And that is the 3rd out. Marciano pops up, pumps his fist. He is okay. That is
play.
It really is. We've seen 4 or 5 times this year, though, Jason, pitchers coming off the mound to field the ball slip on the grass. A lot of moisture on that grass this time of night.
Absolutely.
And that's scary when you see your starting pitcher do that. But he popped right up, seems to be fine, and fielded his position very well for the 3rd out of the inning. A leadoff double and a hit batter do not hurt. No runs on a hit, no errors, and 2 left for Winthrop. We go to the bottom of the 2nd inning. It's 3-0 Auburn, and this is the Auburn Sports Network.
At Affordable Comfort Cooling Systems and Plumbing, we believe our work is more than just AC and plumbing repairs. It's about serving people with integrity and care. As a Christian-owned company, we take Colossians 3:23 to heart. Whatever you do, work at it all with your heart as working for the Lord, not for men. That's why at ACCS and Plumbing, we do the job right the first time and always stand behind our work. As a proud Ream dealer, we're committed to offering top-quality products and faith-driven values. Give us a call today or visit accsauburn.com to learn more. That's accsauburn.com.
Alabama license number 12084.
Keeping your money in a traditional savings account is like using the Yellow Pages instead of Google. Outdated and slow. Skip the small, slow returns and put your money to work with the Max Elevate Money Market. You get all the same security of a savings account, plus the ability to earn even more on your money. Get started at mymax.com/elevate or call us at 260-2600. Certain restrictions apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Three-run home run, Chase Freilich in the bottom of the 1st. Auburn leads 3-0 as we go to the 2nd. And it will be the 8, 9, and 1 hitters, Bingaman, McCrane, and Carter against Braden Gilly. Gilly with 31 pitches in the 1st inning. And he starts Bingaman with a fastball down the middle for strike 1. It'll be interesting to see how many first pitch fastballs he throws this inning.
If he can locate and throw it for a strike.
0-1, another fastball pops up the Auburn first baseman, right side, foul ground. That is drifting almost to the concourse. Crowded area over there. 0-2 the count. Really good student crowd. That back 40 is full.
For the start of spring break.
The start of spring break, yeah.
Hey, good crowd here tonight, too. Really good crowd.
Sure is.
With everything going on.
It's Go Wild War Eagle weekend.
Softball going on, gymnastics in 20 minutes, and there's a ton of people here.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. Bingaman swings and lines it up the right side. Foul. That is slicing out of play.
That ball might have had the distance to get out of here, too.
That was a breaking ball. He reached out, fouled away.
That's what I like about him. This is a freshman. He's not afraid to go the other way.
Yeah.
He's shown power the other way as well. And so,
one of his 2 homers was to right field. Bingaman batting .310 on the year. Open stance, right-handed hitter, 0-2. Swing and a ground ball to second. Rolled out to Natividad. He throws to first for the out. So ground out by Bingaman. He got another breaking ball, hit it off the end of the bat. A roller out to second. And now the number 9 hitter, Mason McCrane.
Let's see. We've seen 2 lefties have really good swings.
Yeah.
Even Luke Steele had a good swing, too.
Yep.
See if Mason McCrane can follow suit. We've seen him have some good swings here lately.
Sure have. A home run, 11 RBIs, batting .391 on the young season. 6'6" freshman, and takes a slider down and in for a ball, rolled all the way to the backstop. McCrane, the reigning SEC freshman of the week, drove in 6 runs in Game 2 of the series last week against Nebraska. The 1-0. Swing and a drive towards center. Back goes Wilson. It'll hang up.
Thought he hit a little bit better than that.
Yeah. Shy of the warning track. Wilson puts it away for the second out.
Again, another really good swing by a left-hander.
The 4 left-handed at bats the first time through all tagged the ball. So back to the top of the order, Bristol Carter. Carter walked and scored last inning. First pitch swing off the pitcher's glove.
A base hit now.
And Carter will be on base. He lined it back to Gilly. It was off of his glove and then fell into the Bermuda Triangle between first, second, and the mound. So Bristol Carter has a base hit, a 2-out base runner for the Tigers who wants to create some havoc.
Yeah, I think that will be happening now. And you could not have rolled that one out there any better. Once it went off the glove, that was it. It was over with.
Gilly's 6'4". He might catch it if he's 6'5".
Yeah.
The wingspan's a little longer, but Carter is aboard with 2 outs. We'll see if he's doing any running.
He'll have to get Rembert to take a pitch. He doesn't like to take a lot of pitches.
No. And they do throw to first. They didn't do that the first time when Rembert lifted a single to right on the first pitch of the at-bat. Gilly from the stretch. And they throw over to first. Carter had already edged back. He was already standing on the base.
6 inches from the bag, yes, when he threw it over there. I think he's got a pretty good read on him so far. And he may get one of these walking leads like we see him do sometimes. Because he's very short lead now.
Mm-hmm. Gets out a little more, and there he goes. Pitch to Rembert, inside, ball, throw to second, nowhere close.
That was it.
Stolen base for Bristol Carter, his 11th of the season, and just like that, he's in scoring position.
Yeah, like we said, a couple of paces off the bag.
Yep.
Jumped out again, jumped out a little more, and it was over with.
He did the little crab walk,
the
little crab shuffle, and he's gone. All right, here is the 1-0 pitch to Rembert now with a runner in scoring position, a chance to drive in his 7th run of the year and add to a 3-0 lead. Spin, throw. They bluff the throw to second, and that is a pitch clock violation.
So they gave him just a warning.
Yeah, they get
there.
the warning. That is the warning. The next time it'll be an automatic ball. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball in for a strike.
Good pitch there. 77-mile-an-hour breaking ball.
He's thrown him back-to-back curve balls. Count even at 1-1.
I don't think he wants to see Chase Fraley get back to the plate again, though.
especially not with anybody on base. No. Yeah, wants to see him to start the next inning. Here's the 1-1. Carter again dances off the bag at second. The pitch. Oh, it almost hit him.
Well, they're yelling for a balk. He flinched, and they didn't call it.
So Rembert almost hit by the pitch. Clearly, Gilly affected by Carter at second base.
Yeah, I think he flinched on the mound.
Yeah.
The Auburn dugout starts yelling it, but they did not catch it.
They'll be watching him closely here. Carter's not going to back off at second. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. Maybe a cutter there, 2-2.
A good fastball location there,
Yeah.
cutter, whatever it was, down and away, a good pitch there. And if you remember now, you just have to battle and fight. Hey, dump another one into right field here because the right fielder is still playing really deep.
2-2 to the Auburn second baseman with 2 outs. Nope, spin, throw to second. Lob over there towards second. Carter is back. And that's Bristol's game now on the base paths, is just to try to get into the mind, divide the attention of the pitcher.
See if you can make him miss his spot by 2 inches.
Yep. A lot of room down the right field line and in right center. The 2-2 to Rembert. There goes Carter. It's down in the dirt. Bounces up there away from the catcher, and Carter takes third. 12 stolen bases for Carter. And now the count goes full to Rembert.
Now, as Butch Thompson likes to say, there's 7 more ways you can score from third than you can from second.
And you got to think with Freilich on deck, Rembert's going to get something.
But you wouldn't think it's going to be in the dirt.
3-2. Breaking ball, popped it up. Oh, foul territory near the on-deck circle. It will get out of play. On top of it.
He was on that pitch, too.
Yeah. He was waiting on the breaking ball, and he connected with it, but he was underneath it. Still 3-2.
Yeah, and that's
another shot.
You look down, you go, look, with a runner on third, you don't expect him to bury one here in the dirt.
Yeah.
So you know if you're Chris Rembert, you're probably going to get something up over the plate.
Gilly at 44 pitches digs in from the stretch. The throw goes to third, and the tag is late.
Yeah, he's in his mind for sure.
No question. The third baseman, Cox, is having to play a little closer to the bag than he might ordinarily to try to cut down on Carter's lead. Payoff pitch to Rembert. On the way. Breaking ball missed inside. Ball 4. Good at bat by Rembert. Patient, worked his way on base. Now they're at the corners with 2 outs for Chase Freilich. Freilich confidently strides to the plate, climbs in that left-handed batter's box with purpose. 359.5-foot home run last inning. I think on a breaking ball.
Yeah, I think you couldn't find the zone with fastball against him the last time. He went breaking ball.
Throw to first, high.
He almost gave Auburn a run there.
And Rembert dives back in safely. It's 3-0 Auburn, and the Tigers are threatening with 2 outs in the bottom of the second, and now time is called and a visit to the mound for the Winthrop pitching.
Yeah, keeping the pressure on.
Yep. And you wonder if this is a conversation, a twofold conversation. Number one, how to pitch to Freilich, but also, hey, you're at 2 outs. You can't worry about the guy at third.
Yeah, correct.
You just got to get the guy at the plate.
Correct.
Which is enough of a challenge on its own.
Here's the other thing. You trust your guy enough on the mound. He's had really good control this year.
Yeah.
You struck out Eric Guevara the last time up. You gave up a home run to Freilich. There's 2 outs. You go, look, listen, nothing too good here. If we walk him, we walk him. But you can't give in to Chase Freilich here, especially this early in the game. I think that could be part of the conversation as well.
Tigers trying to come through with a big 2-out base knock here and extend the lead. Carter at third, Rembert at first. 2 outs. Bottom of the second. 3-0 Auburn. Gilly comes set. The pitch to Freilich is low for ball 1.
Yep, change up first pitch there. So once again, staying away.
Chess match, cat and mouse game, however you want to say it. Chase Freilich with a high baseball IQ. Here's the 1-0. Downstairs, 2 balls, no strikes.
Yeah, I think the conversation was exactly that. Don't give in to him right here. Make Eric Guevara beat us. Try to get him to swing at a bad pitch. If he throws the same pitch again in his 3-0, wouldn't be surprised to see him just walk him then.
Gilly again comes set. His 48th pitch of the game is on the way. And it is popped up. Shallow center. Second baseman goes out. Center fielder calls everybody off. Wilson puts it away right at his shoulder. And the inning is over. So they get Fralick on a fly ball. A rainmaker out to shallow center field, and the inning is over. No runs on 1 hit and a walk. No errors, and 2 left on base. We've played 2 complete with your score. Auburn 3, Winthrop nothing. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
Alabama Power is here for you when big storms hit, but we're also here for the little things. We're there to get the coffee started, to make sure everyone's ready for school, for midday dance breaks and evening entertainment. We're also there to help you save on all that energy with easy-to-use tips, tools, and efficiency programs. So enjoy these moments.
Kids, movie night.
And we'll do the rest. Visit alabamapower.com and follow us on social to learn more.
You've created a comfortable home office. Now let Carrier provide the cash bonus. For a limited time, you can claim up to $1,550 in cool cash rebates on a qualified Carrier home comfort system. There's never been a better time to upgrade to year-round premium comfort and energy savings. Carrier, turn to the experts.
All right, we head to the third with Auburn on top 3-0. Tigers with 3 runs on 4 hits. Winthrop, no runs on 1 hit. The Eagles have been hit 3 times. And Jake Marciano has issued his first walk of the year. 2 hit batters and a walk in the first inning. A double and a hit batter in the second. But Auburn's also turned to double play, and Marciano has struck out 2. And then fielded his position well for a ground out to end the second inning. So Skoronski is the batter. He was hit in the first. Couple of homers, 8 driven in. Just a big body in that box. First pitch to him in there for a strike, 0-1. .6'5", 220. He looks every bit of that. The 0-1 pitch. Change up, strike, under the hands. The best placed changeup so far for Marciano. And he's ahead in the count, 0-2. Shift is on now against Skoronski.
2 inches, a little bit closer to the plate now.
Widens the stance, too. And 0-2 pitch. Oh, just missed.
Just
low.
a hair down. That's a good 0-2 pitch there.
It was a strike on 3-0 an inning or so ago.
Yes, it was. You know, his hands are probably over the first 4 inches of the plate when he steps over there. So it's a tough to try to get anything on the inner half.
1-2 is lined toward left, slicing right back to Bub Terrell, who has to reach up and backpedal and make the catch. That ball had a little more giddy up on it out in left field, but it sliced right back to Bub for the first out. And here's Alan Benhart. Benhart grounded into a 6-3 double play, hit it right back up the middle, and Auburn had him shaded that way in the first. It was a bit of a momentum shifter in the first inning. Takes the first pitch just off the outside corner, 1-0.
It's round right now. There's not a lot of corners on that one.
Right. That's right. Happy to have dodged rain to this point tonight. Here's the 1-0 delivery. Bounced up there, 2 balls, no strikes. There was some thought looking at the forecast during the day that rain might come in around 3, maybe 4. There was a period of time where it looked like even 6 or 7 o'clock you were going to get some rain, but nothing ever developed within 8 or 10 miles of the ballpark. 2-0. There's a strike right through there with a changeup, 2-1.
Yeah, he's been able to lean on that pitch so far, and you know, it's a good pitch against right-handers too, so that's a good deal.
So lefty-lefty battle. 1 out, nobody on. Third inning, 2-1 pitch. Swing and a foul tip. Low fastball, and he swung over the top. 2-2 the count.
Haven't had one of them yet. We can still keep talking about those quick innings and see if we can find one sooner or later.
Yeah, first time tonight that the leadoff man did not reach for Winthrop. Now Marciano trying to put away Benhart. 2-2. Called strike 3, a changeup. And Benhart is headed back to the dugout. Third strikeout for Marciano.
Really good pitch there. Really good pitch there. And the third inning is presented by the Vance Law Firm. At the Vance Law Firm, they say dial 3 for me. 334-333-3333.
There you go. Here's Cade Norton, the catcher. He walked his first time, and he swings and misses at the change, 0-1.
That's been his. It's almost like Jackson Sanders in Arlington. Or like, okay, what am I throw for strikes? And that's a good pitch there because it looks like a fastball. It's a little bit more deceptive, and he is locating it really well.
0-1 to the Winthrop catcher. Ooh, up and in and hit him. Sure did. Got him up high, maybe on the right arm. Fourth hit batter tonight. They're on their season average. 2-out base runner. Butch Thompson talked about free bases, and how that would be a critical stat to watch tonight. That is the 5th free base runner. Here's Jalen Hernandez. He struck out his first time. Pitch. Strike. 0-1. Fastball.
Yeah. One of them's been a lefty. I think the other 3 were righties, and were up and in fastballs.
Yep.
I think all of them were the same pitch, and he just hasn't been able to throw that pitch for a strike.
0-1 to the left fielder for the Eagles. Here it is. He shows bunt, pulls back, takes it down and away. 1-1 the count. Marciano there waited a little longer. He waited till the pitch clock was down to about 2.
See if he could catch him leaning at first.
Norton has 6 stolen bases, including 1 in the first inning.
Throw over here. No, it was a quick pitch, and that was a good pitch.
It's a called strike, a fastball at 90.
And Frelick helped him steal that one a little bit. That has not been a strike. It was a little bit outside the zone, and he pulled it in.
1-2 the count, 2 outs and a runner on, top of the third.
Come back to the changeup here.
Throw to first. Runner back standing. Norton hit by a pitch with 2 outs. It's 3-0 Auburn in the third. Hernandez out over the plate, wide stance with 2 strikes. Here is the 1-2 for Marciano. No, instead it's a throw to first. And the runner back sliding that time. So both teams, you got Mike Bello at first base for Winthrop. You got Sonny DeShera at first base for Auburn. A couple of members of that 22 College World Series team. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a ground ball to first. Bingaman bobbles but keeps it in front of him and then takes it to the bag for the out. Well played by Bingaman for the 3rd out of the inning. 2-out hit batter does no harm. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left for the Eagles. We go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Still 3-0 Auburn, and this is the Auburn Sports Network.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric, and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Yellowwood knows that a 5-star backyard is the place to make lasting memories. Like cookouts. Cornhole with friends. Ooh, a neighborhood potluck with your wife's pasta salad. The one with the feta. Oh, sorry. Or taking a nap on your deck in a hammock. Naps are memories. I love naps. For 5-star backyards and the most memorable experiences, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
Nothing. Auburn leads it. Tigers come to bat in the 3rd inning. Guevara, Terrell, and McCrane, the first 3 due up against Braden Gilly. Gave up the 3-run homer to Freilich in the first inning. Since then, he's given up a couple of singles and a walk. Got the last two batters of the first to get out of more trouble. Got the first two out in the second. Gave up a single and a walk, and then got Freilich to pop out. Eric Guevara starts it for the Tigers. Middle third, Guevara, Terrell, McCrane. Yellowwood Scoreboard, bottom of the third inning at Jane B. Moore Field. Auburn gets another one back. It's now 5-3 Kentucky.
Closer.
Yeah. Give you some SEC baseball scores as well. First pitch to Guevara. Breaking ball over for a strike. 0-1. Eric struck out in the first. The 0-1 offering from Gilly is hit on the ground towards second. A sliding stop by Natividad, who throws to first for the out. Well played by the Winthrop second baseman, sliding to his left to stop it.
Yeah, he able to get it in his glove and then kind of slide to a stop. So get his footing under him a little bit and able to make an easy throw.
Yep. So here's Bub Terrell. A single and a stolen base for Terrell in the first inning. Wind in the first pitch to the sophomore, and he lines one on the ground off of Natividad at second, who gloves, turns, throws, not in time. Runner, oh, they called him out.
Yeah, did he call him out? I don't think he did. I think he called him safe, yes.
Boy, that looked like an out call to me. No, he is safe at first. He beat it out clearly.
That ball was smoked again.
Yes, it was. And Natividad had it go off of his glove. If he fields it cleanly, he can get him.
Yeah, he's going to get him, but yes, he hit that ball really hard again.
Yes, it was. So back-to-back singles for Bub in his many appearances to start the game tonight. It's a base hit. Auburn's fifth of the game. And now a one-out single, a one-out base runner for Brandon McCrane.
See if they're running again.
McCrane flew out to right his first time. Winthrop thinks they might, so they throw over. You wouldn't mind looking for a breaking ball away and take it to right field here.
Absolutely. Go first and third and give yourself a really good scoring opportunity.
Pitch. Swing and a fly ball left side foul.
He jumped on a fastball, and I think he was too anxious.
He was very early, hit that into the stands. Not quite to the Yeti yard.
He knew what he wanted, though.
Yeah. Throw over to first, and Terrell is back. Bub stole a base in the first inning. Nothing in one out, one on. Bottom of the third, Auburn leads 3-0. The stretch and Gilly's pitch. Fastball, that's through there for a strike. And it's 0-2 to McCrane. Gilly ready. Throws to first. They had Terrell leaning, but Bub was able to get back. Still 0-2. Pitch to the redshirt freshman. Again, we'll wait. Again, they throw over to first. Righty-righty matchup, the stretch. And the pitch. Off the end of the bat, past a diving first baseman. And into right field, a base hit, Brandon McCrane. Terrell on his horse, headed for third. He's there. They are at the corners with one out. McCrane, a terrific two-strike swing. A cue shot off the end of the bat toward right. Benhart dove, but couldn't get there in time. And the runners are at the corners with one out. So McCrane with a fantastic job with two strikes, protected the plate. A two-strike hit, his first hit of the night, Auburn's sixth base hit, and now a scoring chance with Lucas Steele at the plate. And immediately they go into the shift. And Gilly steps off and throws to first. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. Pitch misses low and away. 1 ball, no strikes.
Yeah, Lucas Steele here, take that fly ball you had the last at bat and push across another run. Would not be surprised to see McCrane running here to see if you can stay have a double play.
1-0 to Steele. Called strike on the inside corner with a change. (3-0) Tigers. Auburn threatening for more in the bottom of the third. Steele flied to center, hit it very well his first time, and he takes one down in the dirt. I don't know how that one didn't hit him.
And that was a great job by McCrane because he was off thinking it was going to bounce away, and he gathered himself and didn't get called because he would have been dead because the catcher came up with it without bobbling it at all. But a good job to recognize that and stay at first.
Runners get their leads from first and third, and the throw goes to first.
I'll be interested to see because he's not pausing when he's throwing to first.
Mm-hmm.
And see if Auburn can speed him up and see if he could, he paused that time.
2-1 pitch to Steele. Swing, pulled, dropped by the first baseman. He tags the bag, goes to second. They'll have to tag McCrane there, and they do. The run from third. Did he score in time?
They said no run.
All right, did not score before the tag was made. And so Steele grounds out, 3 unassisted for the second out, and then they go 3-6 at second base to tag McCrane for the third out of the inning. And so a nice play defensively. Benhart kept it in front of him. Didn't make the catch on the hard hit line drive, but he kept it in front. Got the out there and then went to second for the final out. So no runs, 2 hits, no errors, 1 left for Auburn. Both teams have had base runners each time up. We're through 3, still 3-0 Auburn, and Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
Yo, Harvey, Zoe, group selfie.
Ooh, nice new iPhone 17, Drewski.
Let's do a triangle formation. I'm in front.
With the center stage front camera, everyone fits in the shot.
You got it at T-Mobile.
But switching takes forever.
Not anymore. Now you can switch to T-Mobile in just 15 minutes.
Focus, people. Nail your pose.
And you get a new iPhone 17 on them.
No way.
Yes way.
No way.
Yes way, guys. Switch to T-Mobile and get iPhone 17 on us. And right now, we'll pay off your old phone up to $800.
I'm grabbing my phone and switching to T-Mobile right now.
Get back, Harvey. We're taking a... let's go again, y'all.
With 24 monthly bill credits, finance agreement, 256 gigabytes, $830, eligible trade-in, example iPhone 13, and new qualifying line, $60 plus per month plan with auto pay plus taxes and fees. For well-qualified customers, plus tax and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off earlier or cancel. Contact us. $800 via virtual prepaid card. Card typically takes 15 days after rebate submission. No cash access and card expires in 6 months. Check out in 15 minutes per line. Visit T-Mobile.com.
We're headed to the 4th here at Plainsman Park. Auburn on top of Winthrop 3-0. It'll be Waters, Wilson, and Grossington due up for Winthrop. Auburn baseball brought to you in part by Wind Creek Casino, where the action never stops. Hottest games, loosest spins, and more ways to win. Wind Creek Casino, find your winning moment. Marciano's first pitch of the 4th inning is a called strike on the inside corner. He starts him with the change, and the second time through it has been more changeup heavy from the Auburn lefty.
Yes.
Waters doubled in the second pitch. Changeup, missed outside and low, 1-1.
I think he was the 0-2 fastball
Mm-hmm.
first time through. So it's been off speed.
3 runs on 6 hits for Auburn. No runs on a hit for Winthrop. 1-1. Swing and a pop-up. Right side foul territory. Bingaman near the dugout. Makes the catch. He really hit that off the end of the bat and was under it, and Waters fouls out. First out of the 4th.
That ball spun back into the field
off
the end of the bat, and it fooled Ethan Bingaman. He was still able to make the catch.
And Anthony Sanderson, the Auburn trainer.
Brandon McCrane?
Yeah, he's headed out to, and so is Carl Nonemaker. They're looking at Brandon McCrane at short. Brandon was not involved.
It looked like a jammed finger
in that play.
Maybe his dive to second base to end the inning,
Maybe.
or slide it. They're looking at his ring finger or middle finger there to. He said it's been his finger back.
I think that's exactly what just happened, Jason. For those of you watching on SEC Network Plus, you could see McCrane talking to Anthony Sanderson. Anthony, one of the best, just one of the best anywhere.
As I said, you see, can you squeeze it and see if he can throw a ball and give him a chance to maybe throw one.
Butch Thompson is out there. Carl Nonemaker. Bristol Carter's come in from center. Basically, the whole team, with the exception of the battery, went over to check on Brandon.
I think you just give him a baseball and see if he can throw one. I think that would be the key. He's staying in the game.
Well, they were keeping a keen eye on him, I guess, in between the inning and then to start this top of the fourth. So now after that, Ethan Wilson will step in.
How many pitches till he hits the ground ball to
McCrane? He lined out to McCrane his first time. He hit it hard to him.
It usually finds you.
First pitch. Downstairs with a fastball, 1-0. Top of the fourth, 1 out. Pitch. Didn't get the inside corner. It's 2-0.
Just a hair inside.
Marciano. Now 19 and a third innings on the year. There's a changeup for a strike. It's 2-1.
That's been the pitch.
Sure has. 3 earned runs in 19 and a third innings.
I think if you're him, you stay with it here.
2-1 to the right-handed hitting Wilson. Bouncing ball to third. Guevara gloves, pats, throws, perfect, out. 2 down. That ball was near the line. Guevara had a heel on the line by the time he fielded it. Name a more natural-looking third baseman anywhere in the SEC.
Yeah, that's his spot. I mean, he's got great hands, but he rounds the ball off. So there, he ran to the line and fielded it moving towards first.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have to throw across his body.
It's Chaz Grossington. First pitch to him is a strike. Change up, 0-1. Marciano, the second time through the order, has allowed 1 base runner on a hit by pitch. 0-1. Fastball inside corner for a strike. 0-2.
Got it that time.
So now looking for his first 1-2-3 inning.
You know, okay, his fastball inside. See if he comes back with a changeup here down and away. Let's stay away from the front shoulder.
0-2. Called strike 3. Back to the
it.
fastball on the inner half. And Marciano works a 1-2-3 fourth. Tigers on top 3-0. Bottom of the fourth is next. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Here's a clip from a recent Talking Tigers podcast with Andy Burcham.
Auburn place kicker Alex McPherson.
I think the only time I really thought, like, am I still going to be able to play football was when we were talking about the surgery. And then my surgeon came in and was like, Rolf Benerschke. And I was like, no. And so we looked him up, and he kicked in the NFL with 2 bags. And now I talk to Rolf a lot. And so it's just cool. So we looked him up, and my surgeon assured me, it was like, yeah, you can still play football with a bag. Like, you can do anything with a bag. Like, you could skydive, you could scuba dive, you could do all sorts of things. You don't have to be done playing football. And so that was definitely exciting for me because I didn't want to be done with football.
New episodes of the Talking Tigers podcast are released Mondays wherever you listen to podcasts. Subscribe to the Talking Tigers podcast exclusively from the Auburn Sports Network.
We head to the bottom of the fourth. Starter Braden Gilly still in there for Winthrop. He gave up 3 runs in the first inning. A walk, a single, and a Freilich 3-run home run. Since then, no runs on 4 hits for the Tigers. He's worked in and out of a little bit of trouble. He'll face Bingaman, McCrane, and Carter, 8-9-1 for Auburn in the 4th. Gilly is up to 58 only 58 pitches.
Yeah, both of them
Not terrible.
have settled in after that first inning of the 3rd.
Got some scores on the Yellowwood scoreboard. Evansville and Ole Miss playing a doubleheader. Ole Miss took game 1 7-2. They're underway in the second game of that doubleheader in Oxford. Ole Miss leads that 1-0 in the second. Ethan Bingaman takes a first pitch strike, 0-1. Bingaman grounded to second his first time. Arkansas beat Stetson 7-1 in Fayetteville. Pitch to Bingaman. He skies this one to right center. Shortstop Wilson cut off by the right fielder Skoronski, who makes the catch. 1 down. And Mason McCrane, the hitter for Auburn. They've gone to a weather delay in Columbia, Missouri, where Auburn will be next week. Illinois-Chicago leads Mizzou in the 5th, 12-4, as they go into that delay. Kentucky with a late offensive rally to beat the Citadel 10-5 in Lexington. Texas A&M doubled up Oakland 6-3. First pitch breaking ball high and away to McCrane, 1-0. Georgia pounded Queens College 12-2. It was Vanderbilt big over North Dakota State, 14-2. 1-0 line, right field line, hooking. It is a fair ball. It is into the corner. Mason McCrane digs for second. He's going to make a turn. He's headed for third. Here's the throw. It's late. It's a sliding triple for Mason McCrane into the right field corner.
Those long legs got moving, and he was rolling. Perfectly placed. Again, 2 really good swings by Mason McCrane tonight. He was rewarded that time with a big triple. Now, just get the runner in here. Get him on, get him over, get him in.
First triple of the year. He joins his brother Brandon as the only 2 Tigers with triples this season. And now here's Bristol Carter and all manner of ways that he could do some work with the bat to get this run home. Corner infielders come in. First pitch, Carter shows bunt all the way to the backstop, but it kicks right back to the home plate area. That is a Hall of Fame club kickback.
That was closer to being a strike on the way back than it was on the way up.
Yes, it was. 1 ball, no strikes. Carter has walked. He has singled. He has stolen a couple of bases. See if he's squaring to bunt again. That could absolutely get the run home with 1 out. Nope, he's swinging, and he bounced up there, blocked by Norton. Boy, Gilly has not been close either of these first 2 pitches to Bristol Carter.
No, and, they're in on the corners, so you're probably not going to be bunting here in this situation. So get something in the middle of the infield, gets the run home, or into anything in the outfield with Mason McCrane's speed is probably going to get him in.
2-0 pitch to Carter. Swings and pulls it foul left side. Will that reach the Yeti yard? Yep. The near end of it. 2-1 the count to Carter. He was on base for Freilich's homer in the first. It was his 20th run scored of the year.
Yep, and this is one right here for Bristol Carter, a veteran guy, ground ball to shortstop, gets the run home. They're playing deep. They're going to give you that run.
2-1. He shows bunt again, and he offers at it. Didn't make contact, and there's strike 2. Count evens at 2-2 to the Auburn center fielder. 1 out. And McCrane at third after a triple. Tigers lead 3-0 in the 4th.
Got to put it in play here.
2-2 from Gilly. On the way. And low for ball 3.
Good take there by Bristol Carter.
He read it out of the hand, read it with spin, and thought it would drop low, and it did. So here we go. Payoff pitch to Carter with 1 out, and McCrane at third. Gilly deals. Fastball, fly ball, left field, well hit. That is gone! Bristol Carter, a home run down the left field line. A 2-run blast. Auburn leads 5-0 in the 4th. Carter worked the count full. The take on 2-2 set up the 3-2.
It did. He got a pitch over the heart of the plate, and we've seen now 2 home runs from Bristol Carter, both down the line and both yanked, and that was a really good swing. Great at bat by Bristol Carter. He got a pitch over the plate, didn't miss it.
Home run number 2, RBIs 10 and 11. Auburn's on top 5-0 in the 4th. And now here's Chris Rembert. He's been on twice. A single and a walk. A run scored for the second baseman. First pitch, breaking ball, didn't break. Stayed high, 1-0. Five runs on 8 hits. Gillies 1-0. High, 2-0. Back-to-back breaking balls. Neither one of them had any bite to them.
No, and if you're Chris Rembert here, look, dead red fastball. If you don't get it, take it. But this, you're looking for something here over the heart of the plate, just like Bristol Carter just got.
Here's the 2-0 off the full wind. It's a fastball, and he had a big cut, and he came up empty, 2-1.
Yeah, pulled off of that a little bit, and we saw him do that in his first at-bat, too. Pulled off a little bit, or second at-bat, excuse me.
You don't mind that kind of swing. Here's the 2-1 off the end of the bat. Same kind of swing, 2-2.
Yeah, I think he is pulling away just a little bit and kind of pulling his bat through the zone a little bit early here. So protect 2 strikes now and get back to your right field approach.
1 out, nobody on. The pitch to Rembert. Breaking ball hit on the ground towards short. Scooped there by Grossington. He throws it in time to get Rembert.
Just 2 outs, though.
And a couple guys coming off the field. Grossington did a nice job moving to his left. Ball was scooting out there quickly. But he scooped it through for the out. 2 down.
It made it look easy.
Yeah. And now Chase Freilich, and before he bats, we've got another mound visit.
I don't know. It's 73 pitches here.
Now they had a mound visit before Freilich hit a couple of innings ago.
They did.
Would they use another one without making the move?
I think he's
done.
done.
No, he's done. Yep, that's it. They've made the call to the right-hander. And so the starter, Gilly, exits after going 3 2/3 innings. It is his shortest outing of the year. A new pitcher is on for Winthrop. It is a pepper tree pitching change for the Eagles for a new level of taste. Tiger fans know it's got to be Pepper Tree. For the best wine selection and the finest cuts of meat, visit Pepper Tree in Auburn or Montgomery. Online at stakes_wine.com. A Pepper Tree pitching change for Winthrop.
Alabama Power is here for you when big storms hit, but we're also here for the little things. We're there to get the coffee started, to make sure everyone's ready for school, for midday dance breaks and evening entertainment. We're also there to help you save on all that energy with easy-to-use tips, tools, and efficiency programs. So enjoy these moments.
Kids, movie night.
And we'll do the rest. Visit alabamapower.com and follow us on social to learn more.
All right, the new pitcher is a lefty with a lefty and Freilich coming up. It is Carson Everett, number 27, 6 feet, 215, redshirt junior out of Greenville, North Carolina. Everett on the year, 3 outings, 2 1/3 innings pitched. He's given up a run on 3 hits. He's walked 2, struck out 2. Team's batting .333 against him, so they're 3 for 9 in 2 1/3 innings. No record and an earned run average of just under 4. Gilly goes 3 2/3, 8 hits, 2 walks, 5 runs to this point. Nobody on base, so 5 runs is his final line. 5 runs on 8 hits, 2 walks, and a strikeout. He threw 73 pitches, 46 of them for strikes. He gave up a triple and 2 home runs.
Yeah, so that Auburn extra base hits that we saw kind of the last week or so have continued tonight.
Softball goes to the 5th inning over at Jane B. Moore Field. Kentucky leads Auburn 5-3 in the SEC opener.
Settled in after a wild first inning.
Now 3 innings to go over there in that matchup. They're going to play 2 tomorrow over at Jane B. Moore Field as well. 2 games here tomorrow starting at 1 o'clock. Doubleheader starting at 1. And then game 2 to be played 45 minutes after the conclusion of game 1.
Everett looked like a little bit of a sidearm lefty, which you don't see very often.
6 feet, 215, or 6'1", 215, the pitch. Misses low and outside to Freilich. 1 ball, no strikes. Everett trying to close the door on the 4th inning. Fastball. Whew.
He
Catches the outside corner and then some.
He gave him a corner.
Sure did.
And
1-1.
And when it's coming from that low left sweeping, it makes it look even more outside.
1-1 to Freilich. Missed the inside corner. 2-1. You could see that pitch was coming inside from his landing spot. The stretch. And Everett's 2-1 pitch.
Oh.
Inside corner.
So he's got both corners.
Has. Two. Swing, pulled, past a diving first baseman. That's headed for the right field corner. Freilich rounds first. He hustles for second. Chase pulls up there with a stand-up double. 2-2.
Through the shift.
Through the shift, past a diving first baseman, and another extra base hit for Freilich. 4 of Auburn's 9 hits tonight have been extra base hits. Man, these left-handed at-bats tonight, nobody's getting cheated from that left side.
And now you get Eric Guevara where he'll get a sidearm lefty, and he'll see it the entire way. He's going to see this pitch all the way through. I would expect a good at-bat here.
Freilich's 3rd double of the year. He's in scoring position with 2 outs. Pitch to Guevara. Hit him. Swept so far in that it hit him, and Guevara has now been hit for the 6th time this year. And it brings another lefty to the plate. Bub Terrell is 2 for 2 with 2 singles. No shift against Bub. First pitch from Everett hit him in the back. And Everett, to say he's struggling with control would be an understatement. Back-to-back hit batters. And now the bases are loaded for Brandon McCrane. Another righty who can see it coming.
Yeah, huge opportunity. I think that got Bub on the not-so-funny bone.
Yeah. And that'll be it for Everett. He's not going to get to face
I don't think you can allow this one to go.
Nope. Slow walk to the mound to give whoever is throwing a little more time. And we'll wait until the official call is made and we can get a little closer to identifying a number coming out. In the meantime, let's update a couple of more scores. Yellowwood scoreboard, Mississippi State leads Lipscomb 6-2. They're in the bottom of the 3rd in Starkville. Florida leads High Point 1-0 in Gainesville. They're in the top of the 6th. Texas A&M leads Oakland 8-1. They're in the top of the 8th in that one. They're playing 2 tonight in College Station as well. LSU leads Sacramento State 7-0. They're in the 2nd. Wright State leads Tennessee 3-1 in Knoxville. They're in the top of the 6th. And Texas leads UNC Upstate 2-1 in the top of the 3rd in Austin. The change is made. We will step away for 30 seconds. It's another Pepper Tree pitching change for Winthrop.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
This Pepper Tree pitching change to number 35, Shane Cute. The phonetic spelling in the media guide has it ending in a T.
Really?
Even though his name ends in a P.
K-E-U-P.
Yep. Pronounced Cute. 6'2", 210. Redshirt sophomore out of Columbia, South Carolina. Numbers for Cute this year, well, he's appeared in 2 games, and he's given up 2 runs on 2 hits and 2 walks in 1 inning. And one of the 2 hits was a home run. So in just 2 outings in 1 inning, 2 runs, that's going to give you an earned run average of 18.
Yeah, comes into a really tough spot.
Yeah, he does. He's a righty. He comes in to face Brandon McCrane with the bases loaded and 2 outs. And 2 already in here in the 4th inning. If Auburn could get a base hit here, you could really open things up.
Yeah, one swing right here it would be a big deal when you start talking about the difference between 5 and 6 and 7.
Yeah.
Especially here. I mean, look, there's a lot of baseball left to be played, too. If you're Auburn, you want to keep scoring.
So Cute replaces Everett. Everett faced 3 batters, gave up a double, and then hit the next 2.
Quickly.
Yeah. Yeah, back-to-back pitches after the double. So, Freilich is at third, Guevara is at second, Terrell is at first.
Yeah, look, stocky build, fastball, short, quick to the plate, and then a kind of a 3/4 breaking ball. And it looks like they almost have a different feel on the mound. Like the breaking ball almost drops down a little bit. So we'll see if Auburn's able to kind of zone in on this one. But fastball, look, I had a little life to it here for Brandon McCrane. See if you can get on top of one early.
McCrane is 1 for 2. He singled up the first base line his last time. First pitch to him, fastball in for a strike. 0-1. McCrane is the 8th man to bat in the inning. Tigers have scored 2, and they have the bases loaded with a 5-0 lead. The 0-1. Breaking ball, bounced up the middle, shortstop gloves, goes to first, and they get the out. Nice stretch by Benhart over at first to go receive it and get Winthrop out of further trouble. That's a ground out to end the inning. Auburn continues to get chances, though. They've left some guys on base. They've also scored several. 3 extra base hits in the inning, 2 runs, no errors, bases left loaded. We are through 4 here at Plainsman Park. It is Auburn 5 and Winthrop 0. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
Ants in the kitchen, termites under the floor, mosquitoes in the backyard. It's a full court infestation. Don't let them score. Call Cook's Pest Control. Nobody beats Cook's when it comes to superior protection against unwanted pests. Cook's knowledgeable and courteous technicians are expertly trained to get the job done right, guaranteed. With Cook's on your team, your home's defense is unstoppable.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie Cook's Pest Control.
If you are a fighter, Modelo is your reward. So listen close. You put up with a lot, but you always hold it down for your people. You are strong. You are fearless. You are the baddest on the block. You are an elbow grease factory, a force of nature. You are not to be reckoned with. You are a ride or die, a powerhouse of productivity. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. You've earned every last drop of this rich golden lager, so raise it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Exclusive play-by-play coverage of Auburn baseball is brought to you by Alabama Power. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers.
A 343-foot home run by Bristol Carter in the 4th inning has extended Auburn's lead. It's 5-0 in the series opener against Winthrop.
And we go. Yeah, you're Jake Marciano here. Shutdown innings. You hear Butch Thompson talk about it all the time. You score, throw up a 0 after that, and that's a big deal.
Noah Cox, the third baseman, was hit by a pitch in the 2nd. He's up there to lead off the 5th. The pitch showed bunt, took a strike, 0-1. Marciano's strike zone location has been a whole lot better.
Last couple of innings.
Last couple of innings. Second time through the order. This completes the second time through. Cox, the number 9 hitter. Pitch. Change up, swung on and missed. Had Cox out on the front foot. Last inning, Eagles retired in order for the first time tonight. Marciano looks over the top of the glove, gets his sign from Fralick, the 0-2. Off the hands, fouled away right side and onto the overhang. Still 0-2. 1 o'clock start tomorrow. Again, doubleheader tomorrow, no game Sunday. Here's the 0-2. Fastball, just did get a piece of it.
That's 2 good pitches, though.
Yep.
It's still 0-2. If you're Jake, you have to remember that. Like, you're still way ahead in the count here. Nothing too good. Don't get too greedy here. See if you go back to change up down and away here and see if you can get him to chase one, even roll one over and get an easy ground ball.
67 pitches for Marciano on a really comfortable night, 0-2. Change up, missed outside, 1-2.
That's all right.
Next weekend, it's SEC play at Missouri. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a shallow fly. Center field. On comes Carter. Still running, and he makes the catch. Running catch in shallow center for Bristol Carter. He had to come a long way for that ball, and he did for the first out. That is a change-up swing.
Yes,
all the guys on this staff who throw really good change-ups, you'd like to see 4 or 5, and typically you do when the changeup is on.
Yeah.
4 or 5 swings and shallow fly balls.
Flares.
Like that.
Yep, and that's what it was. Bristol Carter made a good play coming a long way.
Here comes Gabe Natividad. First pitch to him. Popped up right side. Will it stay in play? No, it won't. It'll drop over to the Plainsman patio area. So 0-1 the count to the Winthrop leadoff hitter. He was hit by a pitch in the first, grounded back to the pitcher in the second. Gets his third at bat here in the fifth. 1 out, nobody on. Here's the 0-1.
Good pitch.
Strike at the knees, inside corner.
That's a really good pitch.
Fastball makes it 0-2.
That's kind of his, when he can throw the fastball down and into righties, then that becomes a pitch for him that allows him to unlock pretty much everything.
The 0-2 on the way to the Winthrop second baseman. Little tapper back to the pitcher. Marciano off the mound, fields underhand flip to first for the out.
Same pitch. Fastball under the hands.
So 2 up, 2 down, and don't look now, but that's 6 in a row retired by Marciano. And Skoronski, the right fielder, is up next with 2 outs and nobody on in the fifth. Fifth inning presented by Southern Union moves seamlessly, that is, easy for me to say, seamlessly to Auburn to complete a bachelor's degree in selected programs by taking courses at Southern Union and Auburn concurrently at Southern Union's tuition rates. Pitch to Skoronski, misses outside, ball 1. Let Southern Union put you on a path to the Plains. Skoronski has been hit by a pitch, and he is lined out to left. Hit it well, but right at Bub, who's got him played toward the canyon. Swing and a miss at a fastball down and in.
He had a good cut there. You're right. He is a big kid to be an outfielder, especially.
Slightly open stance. The 1-1. Off speed, pulled past second and into right field.
Yep, got a just an off-speed pitch that was up about belt high right down the middle, and he was able to just rope it into right field for a single.
So a 2-out base runner. Snaps that string of 6 in a row. And gives Benhart a chance to hit. He's 0 for 2. He's grounded into a double play, and he struck out. Left-handed hitting first baseman. Swings and misses at the first pitch. Healthy cut at a fastball. 0-1. Three in the first, 2 in the fourth. Pitch. Swing and a foul tip.
Got fastball down and in there. Good location again. And 0-2. Way ahead again.
Seems like more fastballs to the first three hitters now.
Yeah,
This third time
he's
through.
able to locate that fastball, and he wasn't able to find it the first couple of innings. He's been able to find that pitch, and now can you throw a sweeper away, get him to chase?
0-2. Nope. Throw to first instead. Runner back.
You know, you got options here. The fastball has been so good. If you can locate it down and away, that's a good pitch too. Just stay away from anything too good right now.
0-2. Swing and a miss. Strike three.
Fastball up and away.
And the inning is over. Benhart's second time to strike out tonight. 2-out single, left stranded. No runs on the hit. No errors. 1 left for Winthrop. Halfway home, Auburn 5, Winthrop nothing. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
Are you ready for your winning moment? Find it at Wind Creek Casino, where the action never stops. Hottest games, loosest spins, more ways to win. We've got the highest payouts and the most epic rewards. At Wind Creek, there's a win waiting for you around every corner. Wind Creek Casino. Find your winning moment. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Let's be honest. Senior living shouldn't feel senior, and it's definitely not all about yelling bingo. At Atlas Senior Living, we focus on great care, great people, and yes, great days. And no one telling you can't have dessert before dinner. Well, maybe once. And with locations throughout the Southeast, chances are there's an Atlas community closer than you think. Atlas Senior Living, exceptional care, even better living. Visit atlasseniorliving.com to find a community near you and schedule a tour today.
This broadcast of Auburn baseball is brought to you in part by Cook's Pest Control. The best defense for your home is Cook's Pest Control, the South's most trusted name in pest control since 1928, and the official pest control partner of the Auburn Tigers.
Auburn 5, Winthrop nothing. Tigers coming to bat in the bottom of the 5th. Along with Jason Caldwell, I'm Brad Law at Plainsman Park. Quinn Burkeen is in our Skyview studios tonight. We're glad you're with us on radio stations throughout Alabama, the Auburn Athletics app, auburntigers.com, in the booth on the Auburn Tigers YouTube channel, and simulcast with the video on SEC Network Plus. Glad you're taking in tonight's game. However, you're making it a part of your Friday night. First pitch to Lucas Steele is a called strike. Fastball at 89.
It hadn't worked out for him yet, Brad, but 2 of the better swings he's had early in this season have been tonight.
Flied to center, grounded to first. And there's a ground ball foul right side. It's 0-2 to the switch hitting designated hitter. Steele, one of the first guys out today to just take a few ground balls, get loose, get out there. Loves being at the ballpark. 0-2. Swing and a miss at a high fastball. And Steele down on strikes for the first out in the 5th. 1 away for Bingaman. Bingaman's 0 for 2. He's grounded out and flied to right. They go to the 6th at Jane B. Moore Field. Auburn softball trailing Kentucky 5-3 in the SEC opener. Cute fires and misses down and away. 1 ball, no strikes. Gilly got the start. Pitch. Bingaman takes a strike at the knees. A fastball. Another at 89. 1-1 to the Auburn first baseman. Gilly gave up 5 runs on 8 hits in 3 2/3. 1-1. Bingaman tried to stop the swing. He did not swing, says Hank Himmonen at first base. Pitch was up and in.
He's had a couple of really good swings that just haven't produced tonight, but it's felt like he's been on pitches tonight. He's just been a little bit under them, trying to lift the ball too much.
Here's the 2-1. Low and away. And now a hitter's count for the freshman. California native. long way from home. Fitting in well early. And the 3-1 pitch to him. Bingaman takes ball 4 inside.
It's a pretty good pitch, to be quite honest. Maybe a hair in, but good job of holding up there by Bingaman. And again, more base runners for this Auburn offense.
Bingaman's drawn his 8th walk now of the year. Pretty good eye for a
true
freshman.
freshman, yes.
McCrane's had a pretty good one, too. He tripled into the right field corner his last time. One out, one on, bottom of the 5th, 5-0 Auburn. First pitch to McCrane is swung and tapped foul out in front of the plate. 0-1. McCrane scored on Carter's home run. And Bristol waits on deck. Oh, 1. McCrane takes it outside. 1-1. Mason McCrane has now scored 8 runs in 8 games played. 1-1. Missed outside. 2-1.
We were just talking about Bingaman. That's the thing that's probably impressed me the most about these young guys so far is their patience at the plate. Not trying to do too much. Just letting good pitches.
2-1 fastball at the knees. 2-2.
And right there, that's a low pitch called a strike. That's one you probably beat into the ground if you swing down and see if you can get something to handle 2 strikes. And again, he can run well, put it in play.
2-2 to Mason McCrane. Missed the outside corner. 3-2. It was a 3-2 pitch on which Carter homered last inning.
Yep. See if you're running Bingaman here. Try to get him on the move, stay out of a double play potentially.
3-2. Bingaman not going. Pitch is fouled back. These young guys, and especially, you go Brandon and Mason McCrane. The McCranes, productivity, given chances, and they've just produced. Whether it's Brandon hitting 500 or Mason averaging a run per game scored. Runner goes, pitch is high and outside. It's ball 4. Mason McCrane works the walk. Back-to-back walks to the 8 and 9 hitters, and the lineup turns over for Bristol Carter.
Absolutely. Back-to-back walks by a couple of true freshmen that were patient and made him throw quality pitches.
And a chance again for Auburn to create a little more distance for the disruptor, Bristol Carter.
And now you're looking at first baseman really deep on the right side. This is absolutely an opportunity.
Third baseman's back, too. Carter takes a strike on the outside corner. 0-1. And if they don't move, I'd be shocked if he doesn't at least show it here.
I know, and it's funny. The guy that just hit a home run is last at bat, but that's the way he plays. Home run one time, maybe bunt single the next.
0-1 pitch, not bunting, taking outside and low, 1-1. Threw him that slider, back-to-back pitches. Count a ball and a strike to the Auburn center fielder. A walk, a single, a home run, 2 stolen bases, 2 driven in for Carter. Heck of a night so far. And the 1-1. Slider swung, grounded, foul past third. Oh, he missed extra bases by a couple of feet. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Cube reties the shoe. Five runs on 9 hits for Auburn. 2 on right now with 1 out in the 5th. The stretch. And the pitch to Carter. Swing and a foul back.
Good at bat battling. And we've seen Bristol. He doesn't really have a – you think about guys that have certain things they do. Bristol's got to hit the ball the right side. He'll yank one down the third base line, as we've already seen for a home run. Just missed one there, but he's – the middle is where you normally want to live with 2 outs, with 2 strikes.
Here's the pitch. Upstairs, breaking ball that stayed high, 2-2. Bingaman at second, McCrane at first. Both guys run pretty well. A lot of room down the left field line. The 2-2 to Carter. Low with a fastball. And the count's full. McCrane worked the count full, drew a walk. And now the temperature rising a bit here for Cube. Redshirt junior right-hander for Winthrop. His payoff pitch. Carter swings and lines one down the left field line. Foul.
Gosh.
Oh, it hooked foul by, again, just 2 or 3 feet.
Man, another really good swing, bro. Yeah, out in front just enough that it hooked it. And you're right. 2 or 3 feet probably the difference there in extra bases, and Auburn been up 7-0.
Game of inches. Carter back to the right-handed batter's box. He's ready. And another 3-2 pitch. Breaking ball, just got a piece of it. He was early on the swing, and he just got enough.
Yeah, got enough. Probably ball 4 there.
Yeah.
Probably a little overly aggressive there, Bristol. After you see one almost go for a double, you've already hit a home run. You're a little anxious.
Yeah.
Probably swung at ball 4, but has life here, and again, just got to protect the plate.
More pitches out of the Winthrop righty. Third pitcher of the night for the Eagles. Another 3-2. Swing and a fly ball deep to left, but foul again. That's another one with near home run distance for Carter.
Yes.
Really good swings for Bristol tonight. 2 more runs scored, 21 on the year in game number 13. Another payoff pitch to Carter. Nowhere close. Outside and low, ball 4. You just keep forcing pitchers to throw strike
Absolutely.
after strike after strike. And Carter works a walk. And Cube has walked the bases loaded. With 1 out and Chris Rimbert to the plate. You want to say the veteran Chris Rimbert coming to the plate.
Yeah.
This is just his sophomore season.
Who's only been back a week.
Yeah. Pitch to Rimbert, swing, and a fly ball to right. Back goes Skoronski near the track. He reaches up and makes the catch. Bingaman tags from third and scores. Auburn leads 6-0 on the sacrifice fly by Chris Rimbert.
Just missed that one.
Sure did.
But again, doing a job there. You're up 5-0.
Yep.
Your job. Hey, sack. It's the sack fly. Get a run in, and now Chase Freilich has a chance with 2 outs to extend the lead.
Runners at second and third tagged. So Bingaman scored the run, and McCrane moved to third. So they're at the corners with 2 outs. See if Carter takes off. Freilich at the plate, 2 down. Pitch. Yep. Carter goes. A little delayed steal.
That's it.
No throw, so another stolen base for Bristol. Give him a Bristol's dozen for the year. 13 stolen bases for Carter. Pitch was a strike to Freilich. It's 0-1. Now a base hit means 2 more. 0-1 pitch. Swing and a fly
that may
ball.
Be trouble.
Shallow left. Hernandez coming on. It's going to hang up for him. Oh, he dropped it. Oh, Hernandez dropped it in left. 2-run score, and Freilich slides into second. It's 8-0 Auburn.
I thought it was going to be trouble off the bat, but not that kind of trouble. He was shaded and overran the ball, and we saw it earlier at first base where it came back. The spin brought that ball back into the field. He just overran it.
Hernandez was there in plenty of time and then had to reach back with the left hand, the glove hand, and that's a 2-run error by Hernandez in left. Now here's Eric Guevara. Tigers lead 8-0 in the 5th. Guevara takes a breaking ball low. 1 ball, no strikes. 7th man to bat here in the 5th. 8 Tigers went to the plate in the 4th. Some crooked numbers on the board tonight.
That's what you want.
1-0 pitch. Fastball, fly ball, left center field.
That
is back. That is way out. Eric Guevara, a long home run, and the Tigers are on top 10-0. Guevara's third home run of the year. He got every bit of it.
Brad, we're talking. Eric's been seeing breaking ball. He's like, if I get a fastball, I'm not going to miss my opportunity. And he did. He hammered that ball. And now another pitching change. At Auburn, hey, not only have you scored 10 runs, but now you're seeing your fourth arm already with 2 games tomorrow.
Yep. Well, and you wonder what's coming out of the bullpen because now Mike McGuire may be at the point that you're saving guys for tomorrow. All right, that one, 413 feet. 106 off the bat. Just a mammoth shot for Eric Guevara. Tigers lead 10-0 in the 5th inning. And another pepper tree pitching change for the Winthrop Eagles.
Alabama Power is here for you when big storms hit. But we're also here for the little things. We're there to get the coffee started, to make sure everyone's ready for school, for midday dance breaks and evening entertainment. We're also there to help you save on all that energy with easy-to-use tips, tools, and efficiency programs. So enjoy these moments.
Kids, movie night.
And we'll do the rest. Visit alabamapower.com and follow us on social to learn more.
Auburn has exploded for 5 runs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 3 home runs in this game for the Tigers. And the 4th pitcher of the evening for Winthrop is Casey Culbreth. Culbreth is out of Godwin, North Carolina, 6'2", 175, a junior right-hander. Culbreth has pitched in 1 game. He pitched an inning against Morehead State 2 weeks ago. He walked 1 and gave up a hit. And that was it. He faced 5 batters, no walks, no strikeouts, no runs. So limited action for Casey Culbreth. Culbreth. 4th pitcher of the game, Cube, went 1 inning, gave up 1 hit, 5 runs, only 1 of them earned. He walked 3, and he struck out 1. He faced 8 batters, 32 pitches, 19 strikes. He walked the bases loaded.
You're talking about taking advantage of opportunities given.
Yep.
Auburn's been able to do that a couple of times tonight. And, look, this is more like the Auburn offense that we thought we were going to see this year, Brad. And I know there'll be some games where the pitcher just has your number, but we felt like this team was going to have power, and they've shown that tonight.
Bub Terrell first to greet him. He shows bunt, takes a sweeping breaking ball for a strike, 0-1. Terrell has been on base 3 times, 2 singles, and he was hit by a pitch. Auburn 10 runs on 10 hits. Pitch. Another breaking ball. This one misses low, 1-1. Of Auburn's 10 hits, first the 1-1 to Terrell. That's downstairs, 2-1. 5 of them are extra base hits, 3 homers, a double, and a triple, and 5 walks, and 2 hit batters. So free bases plus extra base hits, that leads to big numbers. 2-1. Fastball line into right center. That's a base hit. Bub's got a 3-hit night, and he's going to try for 2. That
base.
Ball rolls all the way to the wall. Terrell pulls into second. It's a stand-up double. Double for Bub, his 4th of the year. And the beat goes on.
That ball was hit so hard. It was just a liner over the second baseman's head.
Rolled all the way to the wall.
All the way to the wall.
Yep. Now here's Brandon McCrane as Auburn is batted around in the 5th inning. But now you find yourself in a situation where you need 6 outs in the ballgame.
Absolutely. Yeah. Add a couple more to give you some insurance to do that.
Brandon McCrane has singled, grounded out, flied out. First pitch hit him right on the backside. So, Brandon down to first. They're at first and second for Lucas Steele.
Another opportunity for Lucas.
Steele 0 for 3. He has struck out, grounded out, and flied out.
I'll do something different.
Yeah. Pitch. Steele takes. Outside, ball 1. Steele started the inning with a strikeout. 5 runs across for Auburn in the 5th. Stretched by Culbreth, and the pitch. Fastball, fouled away left side. And it's a ball and a strike to the Auburn designated hitter. We'll see what Auburn does tomorrow. Very unlikely, I would think, that Rembert plays 18 innings at second base. So you might see McCrane move back there. You could see Ryan Farber or Todd Clay back in the game. Pitch outside to Steele, 2-1.
Yeah, hey, it may be an opportunity here.
Yep.
At the end of this game, a couple of innings where you may go to Ty Thompson at second base or
Right.
go defensive and try to save his ankle a little bit.
2-1 to Steele. Breaking ball low, 3-1. Culbreth has come on. He's given up a double. He's hit a batter and now gone 3-1 to Steele, the 10th man to bat in the inning. 3-1 pitch. Fastball topped out in front of the plate. Doggone it. Catcher fields and throws for the out. And that'll be it for the inning. But Auburn adds 5 more runs. Five runs on 2 hits. There were 3 walks, a hit batter, and an error in the inning. And the Tigers stranded 2. That was a lot for the 5th. Through 5, it's now 10-0 Auburn. And this is the Auburn Sports Network.
Download the Auburn Athletics app, powered by War Eagle Mobile. Buy tickets, be a part of game day giveaways, shop the latest Auburn gear, and manage your War Eagle Plus subscription. And listen to every broadcast from the Auburn Sports Network, even when multiple games are happening simultaneously on the official mobile app of Auburn Athletics. Download it now.
Children's of Alabama reminds you that every child's head injury should be treated like a serious injury until a doctor says it's not. The CDC estimates some 4 million sports and recreation-related concussions occur each year. Even a minor fall or collision may be a concern. Symptoms typically include headaches, unsteadiness, confusion, or sleepiness. To find out what to do in case of a suspected concussion, visit childrensal.org/concussion and always dial 911 in case of an emergency.
We head to the 6th inning, and Auburn leads 10-0 in this series opener against the Winthrop Eagles. Well, if you're looking to check your focus, seeing if this team is dialed in a week to go before conference play, I'd say they had a lot of respect for Winthrop coming in. They respected the opponent, and they've taken care of business to this point. Jake Marciano back out there to start the 6th. And the first pitch to Cade Norton is hit foul up the right side, 0-1. Norton has walked and been hit by a pitch.
Ideally, quick inning here.
Yeah.
Keep your lead, and if you could get through 7 without having to go to anybody else with 2 tomorrow, that would be
Massive.
Icing on the cake.
Got that
for
right.
the Tigers.
Thick buttercream icing on the cake.
Pecan sprinkled on.
The 0-1. Misses low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Auburn baseball is brought to you in part by East Alabama Health. They have a spacious cancer center there, and with it you can make cancer a distant memory instead of a distant drive. That's why East Alabama Health is Auburn's home field advantage. Ball is fouled off to the left and over to the Auburn dugout. Marciano's ahead, a ball and 2 strike. 81 pitches for the sophomore lefty. Again, a comfortable night. And the 1-2 offering to the Winthrop catcher. Swung fouled back. Still a ball and 2 strikes.
it's been a comfortable night after a very uncomfortable start.
Yeah.
And that's been maybe the most impressive part of this one is the way he settled in after not really having it early.
1-2 pitch. Swing and a foul back. One and two. Icing on what kind of cake? Red velvet?
Red velvet.
Right.
With that icing, yes.
1-2. Misses upstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now, we all know the best cake icing combo is yellow cake with the chocolate icing.
Just yellow box cake?
Sure.
That's it.
2-2. Swing and a foul ball. He got a piece of the changeup and fouled it away into the Auburn dugout, where it was snared with one hand in that dugout. Nicely played. And it's still 2 balls, 2 strikes. Marciano off the wind, fires. Oh, he just missed inside. My goodness gracious. Just missed the inside corner. And now the payoff pitch to Norton. Swung, lifted right side, long run by McCrane, and it drops foul down the right field line.
Even if you get through this one, though, this one at bat is probably going to end your night in this inning because you're now at 87 pitches. Yeah. I don't know that you would go any deeper than that. So, you wonder if you're going, it looks like, and maybe Ethan Harden.
There's just some guys starting to throw.
Yeah, I think
nobody's really, not yet anyway.
Yeah, I think Ethan Harden looked like he was grabbing a glove, and so maybe you.
Tigers lead 10-0 in the 6th. 3-2 pitch. Little looper into shallow center. That's trouble. It is down. Carter's got to play it on a hop.
A heck of an at bat there by Norton. I mean, just to foul off a bunch of really good 2-strike pitches.
Pinch hitter for Winthrop, Diego Alfonso Rivera.
Yes, not Ribeiro.
Right. Yeah, Hernandez, tough night in left field. He made the error, and Auburn scored a bunch after the error, and he was 0-2 at the plate. First pitch is a called strike to Alfonso Rivera. Pitch, strike, 2. Still a good life, 90 on the fastball.
Yeah, no, he's kept his velocity and has gotten better as the game went along. Like I said, he gave up a single there, but it was just a really good at bat.
0 for 1 on the year. Alfonso Rivera, 0-2 pitch, swung on and missed, strike 3. 3 pitches. 1 away in the 6th. For Marciano, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts. K counter presented by Kia of Auburn, where you're always number 1. Now Corey Waters, designated hitter, pitch. Didn't get the call, a high ball 1. Out of Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. The pitch. Low, ball 2.
Yeah, like I said, that first at bat just takes a lot out of you when you have to throw 8, 9, 10 pitches.
Runner at first. 1 out. The 2-0 pitch. Swing and a foul back. 2-1. Tomorrow, Jackson Sanders gets to start in game 1 of the doubleheader. 1-0 with a 4.70 earned run average. Luke Earnhardt gets to start for Winthrop. He's 2-0 with a 2.93 ERA. Soft toss to first, runner back. And then Alex Petrovic is 3-0. He'll get the start in the second game of the doubleheader. 3-0, a 2.40 earned run average. 2-1 pitch to Waters. Change up in for a strike.
Good pitch.
2-2. He'll be opposed in the finale by Randy Guzman, a sophomore right-hander, 0-1 with an ERA just north of 5.25. Fourth weekend of the year. Conference play up next. 2-2. Change up off the end of the bat. Foul back behind the plate. That'll carry on into or on the net on the overhang. Still 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, 1 on. Waters doubled in the second and fouled out to first in the fourth. Two offering. Outside. Counts full. Marciano did not go to a 3-ball count at all the second time through the order. He's done it twice here in the 6th. And a payoff pitch. Off the end of the bat, off of Marciano. He runs it down and underhand tosses to first for the out. He stayed with it and got the out. 2 away.
Yeah, I mean, to grab it barehanded and make the play there, like it just went off of the bottom of his shoe. I don't think it hit him. I think it went off the heel of his shoe or something. So I think he's fine.
Yep. Nobody from that dugout is coming out, except now Everett Tiefert is coming out. So not coming out to take a look at him.
It's 98 pitches. You wonder if that's just going to be the number, period.
So Everett Tiefert comes out, and some of the folks in the crowd are already coming to their feet. And more will join him if this is indeed the end of the line for Jake Marciano. Conversation continues, and
they got a pat, so I think he's staying in because they were looking at the batter trying to figure out maybe pitching strategy, so he's staying.
Yep, Marciano hangs in there. It is Ethan Harden who is throwing. And so he'll get a chance to get Ethan Wilson, who is 0 for 2 against him. He's lined to short and grounded to third. Trying to finish 6 strong. The pitch. Strike, a changeup, 0-1.
Good pitch.
It's been his best pitch since the first inning, really.
It has. He started to locate the fastball some, and that's allowed him to do what he's done the last 3+ innings.
Runner at second. 0-1. Strike 2. Fastball. Can Marciano finish it strong? 6 strikeouts. No runs, 3 hits. The 0-2 pitch to Wilson.
Oh.
Missed the inside corner. He has not gotten that call.
Once or twice.
Maybe, yeah.
That was probably a hair in. But because they stand so close to the plate, it makes it look even worse.
So now 1-2. Marciano deals. Swung and a fly ball left center field. Long run. Bristol Carter still going. He makes the catch on the warning track in left center field. What a way to cap Marciano's night. A fly ball deep to left center, and Bristol Carter just smoothly glided under it to make the catch. That is our defensive play of the game and the last out of the inning. No runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left for Winthrop. To the bottom of the 6th we go. It's 10-0 Auburn. Our defensive play of the game is presented by Cook's Pest Control. The best defense for your home is Cook's Pest Control, the South's most trusted name in pest control since 1928, and the official pest control provider of the Auburn Tigers. 10-0 Auburn in front. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
Yellowwood knows that a 5-star backyard is the place to make lasting memories, like cookouts, cornhole with friends, ooh, a neighborhood potluck with your wife's pasta salad, the one with the feta, oh, sorry, or taking a nap on your deck in a hammock. Naps are memories. I love naps. For 5-star backyards and the most memorable experiences, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
Ants in the kitchen, termites under the floor, mosquitoes in the backyard. It's a full court infestation. Don't let them score. Call Cook's Pest Control. Nobody beats Cook's when it comes to superior protection against unwanted pests. Cook's knowledgeable and courteous technicians are expertly trained to get the job done right, guaranteed. With Cook's on your team, your home's defense is unstoppable.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie Cook's Pest Control.
Moving on to the bottom of the sixth inning, Auburn 10, Winthrop nothing. An impressive showing for the Tigers here to open up this series. 8, 9, and 1 hitters due up. A 3-run homer by Chase Freilich in the first, a 2-run homer by Bristol Carter in the fourth, a 2-run homer by Eric Guevara in the fifth, and Ethan Bingaman, who's 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored, gets Auburn started in the sixth. First pitch. Missed the outside corner, ball one.
What about Bristol Carter's night? 2 for 2, 2 RBIs, 3 runs scored, home run, 2 walks, 3 or 4 stolen bases, and a couple of really good catches.
Yeah. 1-0. Fastball, swung and missed. Threw it by Bingaman. Whether you're planting a tree or tackling a backyard project, don't risk a penalty. Contact Alabama 811 before you dig and get your underground utilities marked for free. 1-1 to Bingaman. Breaking ball, missed high, 2-1. Visit al811.com or call 811. It's free, it's simple, and it's the law. Fastball hit on the ground sharply on 2 hops to short. Nice play by Grossington. He throws over to first for the out. He's made a few plays look easier than they are.
He has some really good plays tonight.
Chaz Grossington puts away Bingaman for the first out in the sixth. And now Mason McCrane to the plate. If Auburn can get 3 outs, presumably with Ethan Harden on the mound, then that would do it. Here's the pitch to McCrane. Fastball, strike at the knees, 0-1. McCrane's had a good night in the number 9 hole.
He has.
He has tripled, walked. He has scored twice. 0-1 pitch. Curve ball, swung and missed. 0-2. Bristol Carter waits on deck. He's hearing a little bit from Bingaman now, what he saw from his at-bat. And the 0-2. Curve ball missed outside and low. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
You get good patience. 0-2. Yeah. He doesn't have to overswing because he's so big and strong, and he's going to get stronger.
Here's the 1-2 from Culbreth. Curveball lifted, left center field. Not Hernandez, but Alfonso Riviera over to get it. It was slicing back toward him in left center, and he makes the catch. So 2 up, 2 down in the sixth, and Bristol Carter comes to the plate. Not going to be a whole lot longer before his walk-up song begins to catch on throughout the entire ballpark.
Absolutely, it's going to happen. Billy Squire.
It already has in some areas. Off the end of the bat, tough, slow-rolling ground ball, left side, glove field throw by the third baseman in time for the out. And Auburn is retired 1-2-3 in the sixth. Tigers need 3 outs to win it early. It's 10-0 as we go to the 7th inning. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
If you are a fighter, Modelo is your reward. So listen close. You put up with a lot, but you always hold it down for your people. You are strong. You are fearless. You are the baddest on the block. You are an elbow grease factory, a force of nature. You are not to be reckoned with. You are a ride or die, a powerhouse of productivity. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. You've earned every last drop of this rich golden lager, so raise it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Let's be honest, senior living shouldn't feel senior, and it's definitely not all about yelling, bingo! At Atlas Senior Living, we focus on great care, great people, and yes, great days. And no one telling you can't have dessert before dinner. Well, maybe once. And with locations throughout the Southeast, chances are there's an Atlas community closer than you think. Atlas Senior Living, exceptional care, even better living. Visit atlasseniorliving.com to find a community near you and schedule a tour today.
All right, we go to the seventh inning. Auburn leads 10-0 over Winthrop, and Ethan Harden is on this call to the bullpen for Auburn. Harden, a transfer from Belmont, 6 feet 180, a redshirt junior, a lefty. Harden with 13 saves in his career at Belmont. This year he's appeared in 2 games. He's pitched an inning and a third. He's given up 2 runs on 4 hits, a walk, and a strikeout. Harden gave up 2 runs in 2/3 of an inning against Youngstown State, and then pitched against Nebraska in game 1 of that series last Friday night. 2/3 of an inning, 2 hits, no runs. His strikeout came in that outing. Jake Marciano, 6 strong, 6 shutout innings. He gave up just 3 hits. He walked 1, he hit 4. And he struck out 6, but 4 hit batters against this team, rather than alarming, it's just on par. They average being hit about 4 times a game. They stand right on top of the plate. And so Harden is out there, and if he can get 3 outs without giving up a run, we'll go home early. Here's the pitch to Chaz Grossington. He takes a first pitch strike on the inside corner. Grossington, Cox, and Natividad, 8, 9, and 1. Pitch. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did, says Hank Heminen at first. 0-2. The pitch. Flied right side. And drifting out of play. This is a pinch hitter for Winthrop. Gage Handel out of Kansas City. Hansel, right-handed hitter. 0-2. Swing and a miss at a chain. Harden disposes of Hansel. And there's the first out in the 7th. Conecuh smoked sausage is a fan favorite for tailgating, and you can enjoy a grilled Conecuh sausage dog or a premium hot dog here at Plainsman Park. Conecuh's family-owned, made in Evergreen, Alabama since 1947. Make Conecuh sausage a part of your game day. Pitch, called strike, 0-1. Cox hit by a pitch, and he flied out to center field. 0-1. Fouled up the right side past Mike Bello, coaching at first. And it's 0-2. No runs, 3 hits, 1 error, and a costly one for Winthrop. 10 runs, 11 hits, no errors for Auburn. 0-2. Harden, no, he dropped it. Freilich dropped the ball. It was foul tipped and got a piece of Chase. Chase is now squatted down behind the plate. I couldn't tell exactly where that got him. But he's nodding his head that he's okay. And now he's back behind the plate. 0-2. Swing and a tapper left side. Guevara charges, gloves, throws. There's the second out. So 2 up, 2 down from Harden. And out of the top of the order, and Natividad. Natividad is grounded to the pitcher twice, and he's been hit by the pitcher tonight. Harden's first delivery to him drops low for ball one. 1 o'clock start tomorrow, broadcast at 12:45. Game will be heard in the Auburn area on the radio on ESPN 106.7. We'll also have the in the booth cam. 1-0 pitch. This downstairs, 2-0. Those watching on SEC Network Plus, you'll get a standard TV crew for tomorrow's game. This is the Auburn Sports Network broadcast that you'd hear on radio affiliates in the team app. 2-0 to Natividad. Off-speed pitch in there for a strike. 2-1. 3 home runs offensively. Took advantage of free base runners and errors. 2-1. Swing and a tapper foul left side over to the Auburn dugout. And now the Tigers are 1 strike away. And here come the fans. Behind Ethan Harden and the Tigers trying to take a Game 1 win. The 2-2 pitch. Pulled foul left side again past the Auburn dugout. Ricochets into left field. Natividad not going down without a fight. Here's another 2-2 from Harden. On the way. Swing and a foul tip on top of the plate. Just got a piece of it. 3 in the first, 2 in the fourth, 5 in the fifth. Just steadily grew this lead throughout the night. And here's another 2-2. Due to the Winthrop second baseman. Popped up, right side, foul ground. Bingaman has room, and he puts it away in foul territory. And that's the third out of the 7th. That's the last out of the game. Auburn, in 7 innings, defeats Winthrop 10-0. Tigers win the series opener tonight at Plainsman Park. For our affiliates down the line, we will still get in all of the local breaks before we move into post-game programming. So we will hit the end of 7th inning, the end of 8th inning, and then the end of game breaks. So all of your commercials will still play. And so we'll move straight to the end of 7th inning break. Now, eventually we'll get to the Regions Bank post-game show. Right now we step away. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Looking for a street legal golf car? Diamond Golf Cars has the largest selection in the state.